What it is, finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. Oh, yeah. Good morning, good evening, and welcome to the online open mic presented by the legendary, I said the legendary, Nuyorican Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemental. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know what this is because we do it and do it and do it well. As I like to say, some people do this. We do this every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. If you're watching on one of these streams, as to everyone, welcome to episode 21. And you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number's on your screen, 977-539-856. Jump in and join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust and believe we're going to show you this evening. We do this week after week thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills, all right? So we would like to thank the New York State Department of Cultural Affairs, the Howard Gilman Foundation, the Poetry Foundation, and Brown University for hosting our free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to nuyorican.org/contribute. Every dollar counts, believe it. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest tech in the Zoom burst, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be, because that cat's dope, and he's all over the place. Trust and believe. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on. I know I got so much work to do. Trust and believe. Tonight's theme, Twilight Zone. The Outer Limits. And these are like almost in the same vein, right? But what is your Twilight Zone, right? What lies beyond the border of your sanity, right? What's on the other side of your creativity? You know what I mean? As I mentioned earlier, right? What does the air smell like once you've gone beyond your outer limits? So that's what I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you this evening. If your artwork is not on theme this evening, that is still totally cool. We are still looking forward to every ounce of creativity that you are going to share with us this evening. All right. Next week's theme coming at y'all. Classic movies. Ooh, the cinema. Listen. This takes me to so many different directions, right? Because depending on when you were born, what era, what generation you're a part of, this the cinema was everything, right? The cinema is when we learned some things that we weren't supposed to know, right? The things that our parents didn't want us to know, the camera caught it all and told us, right? So I'm looking forward to this one, really. I'm a big pop culture fan, so anytime, I write, it's going to be in there. So this is going to be fun. So make sure you're plugging in next week. Here is a glimpse of what we are going to be dealing with going forward, right? Gonna be crazy. Summer's coming, y'all. Well, let's get to it so we can get to the artistry. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your performance. All right, so turn your cameras on. As you're getting ready to step to the microphone, have your artwork ready. All right, if you're playing music, which is totally cool, make sure it's original music first, and you are turning on that little button that says original sound. All right. We don't want the agents of the interweb interfering with our stream in any way. So make sure your music is original. All right. Also, make sure you are changing your Zoom name to coincide with how you want people to connect with you. And make sure you are putting your name and information into the chat before or after you rip. All right. People like to copy and paste. I'm just saying. You got 3 minutes to rock. All right, 3 minutes to rock plus a 30-second intro to let these folks know how they can connect with all the things that you do. And listen, tear it apart. All right. Make sure you are keeping in mind that there are people, the number 18, 19, and 20. Plus, there is a good luck round, folks. So keep in mind that there are folks that want to rip this evening as well. We have reached night 9:30 for the babies, folks. I'm so serious about that. There are some explicit lyricists in our community. And listen, some of them may even bring about some triggering flashbacks. But the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech. And we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. There is no censorship. This art form that we love and live and breathe is a walking trigger warning. Thou hath been warned. This is a true call and response space. After these folks get up here and they share a part of who they truly are with you, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy, all of that exuberance with the community. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. So share it. And all of that energy will come back to you in the performance of each one of these artists, I promise you. The guaranteed list tonight is closed. Sign up begins 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to Nuyorican.org. You click on full events calendar. You click on a Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need an artist RSVP ticket. That's the only way that you're getting down, and they will not populate until 24 hours before the show. So plug in. Make sure if you're in the tri-state area that you are plugging in with the Nuyorican Bowery Slam. Trust and believe it goes down. There's some work going on that stage, man. Also, at the Lower East Side Center, the open mic hosted by Supreme going down. Also, Teen Open Mic. There's only a couple more, folks, so make sure you are helping the next generation get to this creativity of ours. And, of course, Final Fridays. Shout out Tony McPherson. Listen. This dude's incredible. That show is incredible. They have incredible features. If you can, pull up, folks. You will not be sorry. Tonight's list. Look at all these incredible poets who came to get down this evening. So let's get to it. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? What's good, good people? It is always so great to see you. Wait all week just to get right here. Goldberg's here. Oh, Tamam Tracy Moncourt's here. Shunyo Yen is here. Let's do it. Let's do it, y'all. Oh, my goodness. I'm excited. As I am posting the list, let's get to it. Coming up first this evening, love when this cat comes through because his energy is always on point. And now I see he's getting into that #1 spot mode. And I guarantee you he's about to turn it up. The one and only Goldberg is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Goldberg. It is always great to see you. Come on, man. Set it off this evening. Take it away.
Find me at Gorbensky on Instagram. And Today I prepared a little poem for you. It is called My Rhymes Are My Life. When I face the outer limits, I just want to go beyond. But I'm not always succeeding. It becomes a twilight zone. There's no Kanye or Beyonce on the stage where I'm presenting my new work. So is it worth it? Does it still deserve attention? Poetry equates to freedom. It's a search for echo stream. Sometimes humor is redeeming. It can help the self-esteem. And what would emphasize or strengthen my performance? It is so difficult. There are many components. I use a mirror to reflect the creativity. It is a metaphor for bad jokes life is giving me. In poetry, I share my truth. It's meaningful, life-giving juice. What I am using is a maze. It never ceases to amaze. When beam of life lights up the stage and everything begins to change, that's probably what druids felt when they surrounded the Stonehenge. That's when I feel all eyes on me. Hundreds of people came to see one person in a twilight time. They see how light begins to shine. What do I need? Why am I searching? Can I give someone what they're wanting? On my life path, what will I find? What will I keep and leave behind? When is it time to pass the torch? Maybe the purpose is to search. What will remain eventually is what's inside your memory. I would like to believe that I live for a reason, that it wasn't for nothing, that people are reading what I wrote in my lifetime, and some people around me will remember me kindly and write something about me. I would like to believe that what I wrote will live on, but with no outer limits, not within twilight zone. Thank you.
Listen, this is you can put that in either one of those shows in the beginning and people would love it every single time. Unmute yourself, give it up for the Goldberg.
Yeah, I think it was last week.
Yeah,
Alexander.
Alexander.
We missed you and want to see you back more often. I'm glad you're back again this week.
Thank you so much.
No, folks, we are off. The Starship is in motion, folks. We are going to keep this going. Trust and believe. Go Bird. I love hearing your voice, sir. I love when you come through. Your poems are always refreshing, right? You said my rhymes are my life. Absolutely, right? So I just want to go beyond, and it becomes a twilight zone, right? Poetry equates to freedom. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're telling our students that we are exploring the freedom of expression through poetry, man. Right? It can help the self-esteem. No joke, right? But he said the mirror is a metaphor for bad jokes that life is given. Right? Is that a Tupac reference? He said, all eyes on me. Like, oh, come on, man. How life begins to shine. Right. When is it time to pass the torch? Listen. You've already passed it, and they're just studying you to make sure they got it right. I appreciate you, Goldberg, for setting us off this evening, for being such a mainstay and a hardcore member of our family, man. I appreciate you, truly. All right. Coming up next, our resident blacksmith is back again to give us that latest iron work. And I'm telling you, it's going to be sharp as always. The one and only Michael Sindler in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Okay, I will just get the obligatory lighthousewriters.org out there, especially for you people out there on YouTube who might not have heard before. Great resource for all kinds of writers. And coming up the 7th through the 14th is going to be Lit Fest. Will be a lot of things that are online, but classes are filling up so quickly right now. I would really suggest just taking a look and seeing if there's not something that would be real helpful. Yeah, Goldberg Rot. Just that was heavy, man. That was some deep stuff. This is not so deep, but that's the whole thing about freedom. Like you say, we get to do all kinds of different stuff. Elemental talked about iron. This is maybe it's cast iron a little bit. It's another food poem. And it's called Apples Wanna Be Cake. And I ended up making a pie instead of a cake. But should I bake a cake? I need to use up apples. But think of how many servings it would make. There's only one mouth that will digest and enjoy, one belly to fill, but lots of fat cells to expand. While it might be delicious, is it wise to poke a bear made out of sweetness? Can I make it last 4 days, or will it be gone in 2? Apples are calling on me to save them. I can hear voices from their stems. We'll turn brown and mealy. Don't let us become compost. What kind of horrid monster would I be to let them suffer? Time to peel and core and slice. Time for egg, flour and sugar, baking powder, soft butter. Grease a pan, preheat the oven. How could I not listen to red and green voices of sweet fruit? That would be cruelly insane. So here comes the warm, delicious cake. Or, as I said, in reality, it ended up being pie. It was very good, and I ate it way too quickly. And this is another one. These are pieces I've written just in the last couple days. So this one's called In the Wind. Twin boxes of ashes meant to be mixed, then to be scattered, separated in death in a fashion never dreamed of in life, never more than mere days apart for nearly 60 long, brief years. Where now would the best last spot be now that home that they were happy in is no longer in family hands? Can descendants ever decide on plan and make last wishes come true? The answer, as they say, is in the wind. And I'll do one more. This is haiku. I call it Light On. Time leaves the light on. Sorrow still prefers the dark. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, thank you.
We are thankful that you come up here and you do it every single time. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Michael Sindler.
Here's the pie.
Yeah, Michael.
Man, it made me hungry, man.
Really hungry.
Awesome.
It made me hungry.
I love that haiku.
No, I love your honesty there, sir. You said, I wanted to bake cake. I end up making pie. How many servings will it make? It's only one mouth, right? But lots of fat cells. Don't poke a bear made of sweetness. Come on, man. Come on. That's what it's gonna. Don't let us become compost. And in the wind, you mentioned the ashes that meant to be mixed and spread, right? 60 long, brief years. It's an interesting one. Can the descendants ever make plans and make decisions? Ever plan and make decisions? I don't know. Those are difficult ones. But like you said, it's in the wind, right? In the haiku, you said, time leaves the light on. Depends on what you do while that light's on. Makes the difference. Thank you, sir, for always coming through, for being a mainstay, and for always inspiring people in different ways. All right. Listen, folks, Michael Sindler would not be talking about Lighthouse Writers for years if it wasn't worth checking into. All right. So do yourself a favor, look into lighthousewriters.org. All right. Coming up next. Oh, yeah, brother. Straight from the squared circle. This cat listen, we never know which one is gonna come through, all right? But I guarantee you, make sure you duck under and the leg drop in the whole nine. The one and only Dre Reyes in the building. Let these folks know how they can find you, and of course that damn slam jam. Come on, take it away, Dre.
Yo, 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 what's happening? It's Dre Ray. How you doing, everybody? Funny that you mentioned a slam jam because if I could direct your attention to the group chat, I am about to post a flyer for the return episode of the slam jam this Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, featuring Alma Garcia. So check in with me. You can find me on Instagram at DreRay90, or you can find the Slam Jam at the One Slam Jam. Come join the Slam Jam fam. All right? Cool. All right. I got two poems for y'all. One's relatively new shit, relatively fresh feces. It's funny that I mentioned Alma Garcia because she shared a meme of a crab rangoon, and this somehow brought this train of thought in my head. So here's something called proper hunger. Oh, Mumsy, beacon of light, render my hunger out of sight. I think you gave me the wrong Wonka chocolate bar, but the definition of wrong can be subjective. I feel fine. Just abysmal hunger swallowing me whole, mother. Mum, my tum-tum needs a little yum-yum. So give me some of that fun for my tum-tum. I want a big goblin, some cheddar goblin mac and cheese, please. Give me soup, give me fries, give me burgers from Five Guys. Oh, yeah. Ravioli, ravioli, feed me all your cannolis. Me want honeycomb, me wants cookie crisp, me wants chilies, baby back ribs. Mother, I wish for crab rangoon. Mother, mother, the rangoon, mother. Do I need to embarrass you in public yet again, mother? Do I have to gaslight you into thinking you aren't a good mother so I can get my proper helping of rangoon, mother? Why must we exercise such extreme measures onto you, mother? I am only just a young lad who's looking at pasta salad the way Dan Schneider looks at his child's stars, or the way thieves look at expensive cars. I'm hungry, and I can't control myself anymore, mother. I will flip this peaceful afternoon into hell on earth if you don't get me food. Specifically, the rangoon, mother. And if I have to repeat myself once more, mother, so help me God, in the name of Rangoon, there'll be nobody to blame but yourself when the inevitable occurs if ye don't feed this belly, mother. The Rangoon, mother, feed me, the Rangoon. Poem. So there's that piece. And just to kind of like steer things in a completely different direction, kind of get a little mushy, right? It's been a while since I've been a little mushy. But here's a little thing that's call morning glory. Woke up at 9:30 and did the gritty, took the shower and just to wake up. Whipped up some breakfast, a bowl of cannabis, turned the music up. It's 10:21 and I've pulled out finger guns. You show up to my place. We smoked a couple of bowls, felt a tangle of souls, thinking, this must be the place. Lo and behold, felt a little bold and made my way to your lips. The clock read 11:47 when it felt like we ascended to heaven, as our eyes closed and lips parted by our tongues. Spiritual transcendence cracked my mind open like an egg against porcelain with the softest touch. As your lips crashed against mine like a meteor, sending tsunami waves of excitement and pleasure to the shorelines of my being, swallowing and washing away whatever trash I still had in the slums of my heart. So, in case you didn't know, the way we kiss is entire radio frequency I wish I was tuned into a long time ago. If kisses were like songs, we got those hits that are music for the soul that could steal any show in my world. So with that said, let me know when you want to get a hold, when you want to hold a concert at the corner of Know Your Role Boulevard and Jabroni Drive. Your jam is my jam. And I just hope my jam is your jam. And I would love to jam more together. Let's identify as Bob Marley because I want to be jamming with you. I dig our sound, our vibe. It's kind of shit that makes me feel alive. So let's take 5 and contemplate more of this cool jive. This new sound we created. I want to spring and blossom with you, write words on the same page with you. My world's hues are not in blue when I'm sharing a moment with you. Magic carpet riding into your soul, our lips are sliding, losing control. Please excuse me without further ado. Allow me to get lost with you. I don't have the slightest of clue, and it goes probably double for you. Pure passion escaped the zoo and stampeding on us two home. Thank y'all for having me.
Come through, pure passion, escape the zoo, stampeding. Come through, man. Come on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dre.
That was
Right, yeah.
a performance, to
Woo!
say the least, man.
Yes.
Yes. Get some cream cheese for those Rangoons, man.
Like,
Nothing like a bowl at 10:30 in the morning to get the day going on the right frequency.
I
I'm
mean,
just so impressed, when that Ray has become such a great performer. Like when he first joined us, Elemental, was it Kitay who referred him to us? I believe so.
yes.
Look at
Yes.
you, Ray. Amazing, amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
Look, this is why we're all here, first of all. And I don't know if you're like lightweight using us as your audition tape, right? Because it was a good 2 or 3 voices in there. Like, come on, mom. Like that shit, man. Listen, had I not known that was Dre Reyes, I would not have known that was Dre Reyes. I'm just saying, right? Come on, mom. Feed my tum tum something yum yum. Like, what are we doing? What are we experiencing here? Right? Like burgers from Five Guys, like from ravioli to cannoli. Like, do I need to embarrass you in public again, mother? I will flip this peaceful afternoon into hell on earth if ye don't feed this belly, mother. Oh man, listen, that was fantastic, sir. Really, you really put in the work on that one. Yeah, you like you said, fresh, hot, steaming. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. In the morning glory. Listen, man, when you felt a tangle of souls, yeah, it's kind of hard to untwist yourself. The way we kiss is an entire radio frequency. Yeah, man. Careful how you say stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? Like, like you said, the kind of shit that makes you feel alive, right? This new sound we created. Write words on the same page with you? Like, come on, man. Can you get more intimate than writing on the same page as someone? Seriously. But you know, we're weirdo writers, poets, and singers and comedians and shit. Appreciate you, Dre Reyes. Truly, man. Y'all make sure you are plugging in to the Slam Jam and all the craziness that Dre Ray has in his incredible poetry. Appreciate you, man. Coming up next, our resident superhero in the building. This next poet continues to make space for poets all around the world. She's been published in multiple books, including her own, the one and only Finn Bell in the building, who I like to call the daughter of Krypton. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Always good to see you too. Greetings to my poet family. I am Finn Bell. You could find me on Instagram, Finn_Bell. So one poem, please excuse its craziness. I don't know where it came from or if it's even a poem. So yeah, just bear with me with where it's going, and also bear with me. I'm really raspy. I've just been suffering really bad all day with hay fever. I wanted to thank CP Mays for listening to this for me and telling me that it's okay. So this is called Echo in a Narcissus Haze. In Somnium, a dreamlike estuary, the lagoon's shadows twist and writhe. I am a lone traveler who has stumbled upon a necromancer's cryptic circle. He is the Magus Narcissus. I am Echo, Oread human amalgam of Catherion. I've entered the innermost orb of 7 concentric rings. As I move, they whisper my name 7 times to the wind. The enchanter stirs. Has this man lured my subconscious here, honeyed it with false promises? Does a nymph's heady essence thin out vanity's very halo? Did I draw him out to see beyond himself? Time, amnesia's meaning in our time together, unwinds erotic, a clotho thread eons trapped within our enraptured days. That's approval right there. Here our memories and flesh merge. Here we are of one mind, one being. His face is achingly familiar. I whisper his name 7 times to the wind to remember it. I lose comprehension of who I once was. In the pool of our labyrinthine reflection, a woman becomes forgotten myth. Inside our shared reverie, a waving figure stands sentinel amidst this liquid sea green maze. She is entombed in lover's delirium. She is a riddle to unravel, a muse in the throes of death and rebirth, ebbing and flowing, a calypso come undone. She speaks, she replies, she calls out, she answers. She's everywhere all at once. She bathes in the pulsing core of our id, in a reverberating sound. She floods the hollow chamber of our superego in a deafening round of myriad voices. The mist is dissolving. Echo. My haze is lifting. Echo. Echo. She is goddess truth ascending. Echo. 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 We are the knowing, the emerging. Echo. Insomnium, a dreamlike estuary, the lagoon's shadows twist and writhe. You must enter the innermost orb of 7 concentric cycles. I'm sorry. You must enter the innermost orb of 7 concentric rings. As you move, we will whisper your name 7 times to the wind. The enchantress stirs. I am the lone inhabitant who lingers in this sacred circle. Thank you.
Echo. Oh. Make sure, listen. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Finn Bell.
Woo-hoo! Finn Bell.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Nicely done, Finn Bell. Nicely done.
Woo!
Awesome.
Great poem.
Echo.
Echo.
Love it, love it, love it.
It seems so easy for you to upstage the dog that was trying to upstage you.
He's just looking for his 15 minutes.
No doubt, no doubt. Listen, that echo is gonna be echoing for a while. So just you started it though. Just so you know. We're just gonna the echo is just gonna echo in a narcissist haze. Stumbled upon a necromancer. How do you stumble upon a necromancer? 7 concentric rings. Whisper my name 7 times. Do I draw him out to see beyond himself? Here we are one mind, one being. A woman becomes nymph. She is riddle unraveled. Come on. She is riddle unraveled, really? Come on. Calypso coming down, bathed in the pulsing core of our id. She is goddess truth ascending, the knowing, the emerging, insomnium. Whisper your name 7 times on the wind. And I hope it comes back 7 times. Just as sublime. Amazing. Make sure you are plugging in with the Daughter of Krypton. She does so many things on so many platforms for so many poets, from poetry games to telling you stories to even publishing. Listen, she's incredible. Make sure you plug in. Appreciate you for being a mainstay and a pillar of our community. Coming up next, this cat, I'm telling you, just his rhymes, right, are always at a time that seem to be aligned with every single line that he's going to rhyme with. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. The one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Eddie, it's always great to see you. Come on, man. Take it away.
Thank you, my brother. Like words like thunder, like no other. Woo! Always burning, burn us right under. Woo! God love you and everything you do. And thank you for pushing on through. All right, my name is Ed Protest. Feeling fantastic. Please time to enjoy my rhyme. Follow sublime. I got one poem, so it won't take too much time. This poem is called Anti-Twilight Zone. In a world where food and chili prices are high, where fossil fuels will ruin their skies, they toss common sense aside. They use guns to shoot, but someone offers them a ride. In a world full of mini or big flashing screens, they accept technology, but few strip their humanity, where they slowly pollute their oceans and seas, where giving likes or money fuels their sympathy. In a world where violence is on the rise, where a few make speeches for art so wise, where they wear strange outfits for a disguise, where they don't care about quality, but size. In a world where a few of them act like sheep, where a few stop thinking but leap into the frozen creek, where they laugh at their wounds, so painful and deep, where offered them support makes you a creep. In a world where the wealthy are jailed for enormous accusations, where they are avoiding the charges and traveling to unknown destinations, where they drink the sun and decadent wine on a vacation, where they blame it on miscommunication or misinformation. In a world where a snob can be a queen or king, where you show off your body, money, and sparkling rings, where it's cool to be a puppet on strings, where you look good but can't dance or sing. In a world where they judge you by your race or skin, where only bullets and pleas transcends, only crooked cops ascend, where life from within reaches an unforeseen end. In a world where a few epidemics are in the past, where they refuse to wear a mask, where you should respect but not ask, where it's much more popular to be in a portable flask, In a world where it's cool to be dumb but not smart, where completely nothing can be sold from equivalent art, where you could be sweet but it comes off tart, where it's about conflicting nonsense but not from the heart. In a world where you can travel to oceans or space, where they want to win the political race, where they can change everything, including their face, where they chase to find their place. In a world, hold up, this isn't fantasy, but reality. Please give me an offering virtuality to your morality. It's not brutality of your commodity. It's to give liberality in your dimensionality. Thank you.
For that cat to say anti-Twilight Zone, that's exactly where we were. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Poetastic.
Yes, Eddie.
Eddie, yeah,
Yes.
fantastic. Rod Sterling sat up in his grave and went, "What?"
Yeah, Rod Serling, move over.
That was great. Awesome. Awesome.
Man, listen, Eddie, I done told you, man. I done told you, man. You done stepped it up again, right? Embracing those rhymes, embracing who you are, man, and being so fearless with it. That's how you've gotten this far, man. And that's how you're going to continue to grow, right? Few who make speeches are actually wise, right? Few. They laugh at their wounds, right? Where the rich laugh at their wounds, where they drink the sun. Where they drink the sun? Come on, Eddie. Where only bullets and police transcend. In a world where it's cool to be dumb. Oh my goodness. Where I've been lately, I could tell you plenty of stories. Appreciate you, Eddie. Appreciate you, man. Really, for staying committed to who you are and dedicated to what you do. I truly appreciate you. Make sure you are plugging in to Poetastic. Like I said, that cat's always got a rhyme that's right on time. Appreciate you, Eddie. All right, coming up next, Mr. Brick Wall. I'm telling you, that cat is sturdy with it. I'm telling you, man. I look forward to seeing this cat because it's just like, yo, all right, we there, right? We got Brick Wall with us, right? Like the thing from Fantastic Four, right? You know he's always gonna be there standing solid. You know what I'm saying? The one and only James Hamilton is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, man. Please take it away.
Great to see you as well. Everything's in the chat. I'm on task tonight. I wrote this week. I actually paid attention, had some time off. So my Twilight Zone experience was a look forward, and I have to tell you, the future is bright. Is bright. It's called Show Me. Run the tape. Somebody hit play on someday. Show me forward, visionary scenes. Upload giga, tera, mega, kilo, just might be photos to my head. Fill my heart so my mouth can express a lexicon of something better instead. See, I need to see, be in the know, see what's coming so I know. The information nation is no illusion, fusion, blow some smoke show. Show me Google, AI, fast track forward, chat, GPT, me, a future only presently dreamed. Sexual freedom, gender equal, concubine reality. The pleas of wild milk, mercury, purposefully entangled in social couth, but out of discrimination's weeds. The wishes and dreams of Baker, Wolf, Rivera, Rustin, Kahlo, Cardenas, and Coley, and Nassim. Show me paintings where the color palette of matter is their rainbow pigmented dreams. And show me scenes of postmodern disdain for techno war, for idealist, selfish, capitalist, or religious gain. No more. Nagasaki, Hiroshima, 9/11, Vietnam, Ukraine, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, or Palestinian suffering, genocide, and pain. Show me a new solution, legalization and regulation of top shelf one scheduled drugs, doors long since closed on wild-eyed, forked-tongued demon thugs, The likes of Anslinger, Nixon, Reagan, Bush, Ollie North, Contra, Clinton, Carter, Chapo, Kali Cartel, Obama, Purdue, Pharma, Trump, Chump, Ford, Biden, Sackler, fucking Sackler. Show me a time of clear, clean communication. No Murdoch, Hearst, fear-mongering propaganda, CNN, veiled truth, outdated newsprint, Facebook, Instagram, Thread, doom scroll, X, Zoomverse, Bluetooth tools, ABC, NBC networked fake news, 15-second reels, Tucker Carlson's truth, NPR, and bullshit algorithms dictating YouTube rising creator influencer superstars. Skip ahead and show me cured human virus propagation, pathogenic population control without rhetoric, racial equality, free education, affordable health care, and a euthanized housing crisis. Show me generations forthcoming of a healthy planet, fruit from the trees planted by Gore, Colby, Nat Geo, Wanjiru Waturi, Curiosity Stream, Nagura, Attenborough, Hidalgo, Silva, and Lee. Show me intact polar ice caps, salinized seas, mitigated global warming, clean water, sustainable cities, quality sanitation, ocean living, and cold fusion. Somebody please hit play on Someday. Run the tape.
Run the tape, damn it. Unmute yourself. Give it up for James Hamilton.
Oh man, that was super.
Fantastic work, James. Fantastic work.
Always an animal with it.
Out fucking standing. Woo! Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yeah, that was outstanding. I was high.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It was.
Your fire of truth.
All these great performances today. I think we're gonna have to open like an actor studio here at the open online open mic. It's amazing. You guys are all amazing.
Yo. I mean, listen. First of all, shout out that new shit. Secondly, it was the glasses for me that set it off, right? He said, "This show me. Show me. Run the tape." Right? Don't take my word for it. Run the tape. Run the tape. Like, fill my heart so my mouth can express, right? Illusion, fusion, blows, and smoke show, right? A future only presently dreamed. Wild Milk Mercury. Like, yo. Like, I don't like that sounds like a nom de plume to me. Wild Milk Mercury. Like, your name is Milk? Like, yeah, a smooth. Wild Milk Mercury. That's just that was just dope. The color palette of matter is their pigmented dreams. Ugh. Show me a new solution. That's what I'm talking about. Top shelf Schedule 1 drug, right? He mentioned Ollie North. Like that name just goes swept under the rug so much. Ollie was dirty. ABC, NBC networks, the algorithms. Yikes, man. Right? Look ahead. Show me some cures, right? The pathogenic pollution, population problem, right? A euthanized homeless population. Let's go. Can we just do away with that? Period. Right? A euthanized homeless situation. How do we have money for wars but can't feed the poor? I just appreciate you, James Hamilton. Really, shout out that new shit. Hot, flaming. Need that. Man, make sure you come back. For real. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, truly. All right. Coming up next, another mainstay of our community, storytellers in the building. Cat I like to call the Vincent Price of poetry, author of multiple books. This one just happens to be Mirror Mirror. I'm telling you, this cat is about to do you a good one, for real. The one and only Ike Waltz in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Ike, it is always great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
www.f-artstatements.com. Entering the Twilight Zone. moonshine gray. Entering the twilight zone. There are 4 people in my castle. Myself, a selfish cat, my love, and hidden alcohol. There's a locked door in my castle, not to be opened by my cat, my love, and hidden alcohol. Behind that locked door, a lake of tears. That smell of dry gin. No ripples, no depths, no shores, no safe island. Moonshine gray trembles my lost way. An icy blanket with little to say, but mutilating press talks in me. My soul is sobbing within the sound of unspoken demise. Excuse is repeating history, hidden bottles hide trust. Every drop fuel that desperate must. That toxic lie, lies, lies, lies. There is that moment you unearth the worth of a desperate me. Sometimes I have to do what protects the little that is left of me. I don't cherish this moment. It burns my soul. I wished I could walk away, and then my drunken cat and I decide to stay. When will this torture erupt? A sleepless night invaded by tomorrow's dreaded sun. Is there a tomorrow? Is there any help? Is there even hope? You look through me. I am a ghost, only to be stopped by the next drink. There are 4 people in my castle, and hidden alcohol keeps trying to unlock its massive door. Yet a brutal mirror on the wall reveals it all. Look at me. Look at me. Take a moment of my unsocial time. Don't say it. Don't say it to anyone if you can. As I lost compassion for an illness I can't understand. It just shreds my wounded soul. That faceless stare accuses my love of desperate fail, mixing heaven with hell. When you sleep, I kiss your beautiful face with tears you cannot see. I'm alone in bed with a drunken cat besides the all of me that just can't forget. Did I satisfy the twilight in you? That's all, my love. That's all I'm able to say. Thank you.
Did I satisfy the twilight in you? Unmute yourself, give it up for Ike. Whoa!
Fabulous, Ike. That was
Ike!
great.
Woo!
Drunken Cat.
I got
Yes.
nothing. That was great, man. That was
Yeah.
great. Wow.
Really, really wonderful. It's wonderful.
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome. Great job.
Like, did you write that to a succubus? Was that a letter to a vampire right there? Like, I'm just saying, man. Like, moonshine gray. There are 4 people in my castle. The mirror on the wall tells the tale. Did he not? Did he not say that? Just saying. There are 4 people in my castle. Behind that locked door is a lake of tears. My soul is sobbing in the sound of unspoken demise. Yo, I don't know if you caught that one, Ike. Letters to the Succubus, a Gothic novel by Ike Waltz. Shout out Finn Bell for the inspiration on that one. That's pretty dope. He said every drop fuel, toxic lies, right? Is there a tomorrow? You look through me. I am a ghost. A brutal mirror on the wall reveals it all, mixing heaven with hell. kiss your beautiful face with tears you can't see. Appreciate you, Ike, for doing what you do and being damn good at it, sir. Appreciate you, truly. All right, folks. One more piece, and I'm gonna hand it over to the dopest tech in the Zoomverse. But see, I don't want to like give too much of this because this has happened once before. But I have no idea what we're in for this evening. So I am going to let these incredible artists come to you with another piece of brilliance. Because these artists that are coming at you happen to be two of the best in the world. The one and only Magus Gustav Salas is here alongside the one and only Lantern Carrier. Let these folks know where they can find you, gentlemen. Please blow their minds. Take it away.
So I'll start first. You can go on.
I am Magus801, Magus 801 on Instagram. Love you all.
I'm the Lantern Carrier. You can find me in the chat afterwards. I'm honored to be having this collab with the illustrious Magus and so many other poets indeed who have been fortunate to collab with. Twilight Zone, The Outer Limits, your theme. Humans' penchant for curiosity and sensationalism was stimulated way before a little boy called Jesus was turning water into wine or walking on boisterous waves to instill faith through miracles for his loving disciples. As a child, I knew of T. Lobsam Ramper's affinity for the supernatural and even got into the vocation myself. With my acclaimed science fiction stories, I carved a path long before I heard of Spielberg, Rod Serling, and others, seeing a niche in the market and exploiting the Twilight Zone's theories.
Every afternoon, I would come home from school. Avoiding homework, I would watch some TV. That's cool. The Twilight Zone was a staple show that expanded my mind and what we could know. Every time I heard these words, my excitement grew. You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone. Through the boundaries of imagination, I flew like a bird.
Of course, networks and sponsors have always searched for controversial material for live dramas, later adding fantasy or sci-fi stories relating to going back to or forward in time, sometimes with uncanny resemblance to real-life incidents. Frequent themes would include stories on nuclear war, McCarthyism, and mass hysteria, subjects that were initially avoided or less serious primetime television. Twilight Zone ideas do touch on current events and social issues, hint at or distort truth with allegories, parables, or fables reflecting the moral and philosophical choices of the characters.
These encounters with Rod Serling's Twilight Zone would alter my synapses and make me feel not so alone, open my youthful imagination to new vistas of thought. What is beauty? What is madness? The irony of this life we have wrought.
In Rod Serling's Twilight Zones, characters found themselves often dealing with disturbing events. They portrayed fantasy, suspense, and seeming fiction, yet sometimes mimicked real life, frequently concluding with a macabre, unexpected twist and a moral at the end.
I was the weird kid in my neighborhood, in my own little Twilight Zone. Those were some of the toughest times I have ever known. I felt like the bookworm in Time Enough at Last. Witness the young Gustav Salas, a charter member in the Fraternity of Dreamers, a bookish little boy whose passion is the printed page. In the Twilight Zone, you may think you've had it made, but not so fast.
One can say that The Matrix or even Steven Seagal's movie has entered the Twilight Zone. They reveal analogies and Navy SEALs who are sometimes so powerful that they create top secret bases and conduct operations of which even their employers are unaware. We have special forces in bunkers, sometimes 100 feet beneath the earth. Other conspiracies pertaining to Pearl Harbor, discussed usually in clandestine twilight zones, where the fictional can sometimes become as real as drinking water, and dark secrets in time materialize as truths.
The Twilight Zone influenced me without a doubt. I felt on the inside and not so much on the out. But it also set the bar for great film and TV to come. Lost, Poltergeist, The Truman Show, The Sixth Sense were all riffs on Twilight Zone episodes, if you ask me. Not to mention the copycat shows like Outer Limits, Night Gallery, and Black Mirror. Their debt to the Twilight Zone could not be much clearer.
We know of twilight as a soft, glowing skylight when the sun is below the horizon, a kind of semi-darkness, a waning of light. Yet we also identify with the shadowy, the gloomy, stuff happening beyond the clandestine corridors of power like Noriega, Osama, Gaddafi's Libya. Tom Cruise and Frederick Forsyth had their fair share of these twilight zones, for they took secrets from those whose interest it would serve, either to tell us truths or a mixed bag of half-truths and truths, like weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, leaks pertaining to 9/11 and other dubious conflicts, or even aliens walking the earth.
But now I find myself in a real-life Twilight Zone. The thought that Trump is running for president makes me groan. I wonder if I passed a signpost I just did not notice, one where Trump could again conceivably be POTUS. But this is real life and not some TV show. To Trumpism and Trump, we must emphatically say no.
Human traumas, for several reasons, are dealt similar cards, whether it is related to the enslaved, the billion-dollar cotton or tobacco industry, or the muckier world of espionage and political battles for power. Racism, genocide, human trafficking, and more has also emerged from this darker world of twilight zones, where the painful wails of the unfortunate has been the only democracy to escape, in a world where humans are constantly feeling the shame.
We're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into wondrous land whose boundaries are that of the imagination. Next up, the Twilight
Zone. Lantern Carey and Magus, Gustav Salas, thank you so much. Thanks to all the poets here. Love you all.
Love you all.
Yo. Take a couple seconds.
No.
Unmute yourself, get
Yeah. That was great.
Oh, man.
That was great. That was perfect.
Outstanding.
Wonderful.
Way to go, Gustav.
Wonderful.
Well, man.
Way beyond just nailing the.
I love that.
Oh yeah, that was sublime.
Yeah.
Two favorite brothers together.
Yeah. Really.
Let's go, CC. Go on. Yeah.
Had to dig for it. It's in there somewhere.
Listen, y'all. Listen. And this is unsure. I was unsure if everybody was gonna go this route, right? But y'all even brought up the newer versions, the knockoffs, right? Listen, not everybody is hip to the Twilight Zone, right? Because let's not forget the original Twilight Zone was black and white, sir, right? And then they dropped it off into new color, like, whoa, what happened? Then came the Outer Limits. And I was like, oh, yeah, let's do that, right? But that Black Mirror, it's something wrong with them. It got to be a twisted individual to not only look into that Black Mirror, but to create it. Oh, but it's dangerously delicious. I'm just saying. They said walking on boisterous waves, right? Gustav said avoiding homework. Hey, you know what I mean? The Twilight Zone. You're traveling through another dimension. Like he had the whole intro, yo. Like you just hear that intro, yo. You're like, oh yeah, I'm here, baby. Seatbelt intact. This one down. Like, yo, I'm ready. Let's go. Right. That's the signpost up ahead. You are entering. You know what I mean? That's just. Lantern said material for live dramas. Absolutely. Uncanny resemblance to reality. Isn't that weird? Right? It comes off as fantasy, but it has an uncanny resemblance to reality, right? Gustav says it altered my synopsis, made me feel not so alone, right? Lantern said it's a macabre twist with a message at the end, right? Dark secrets in time materialize as truth, right? Like Gustav said, they set the bar for great TV, right? Outer Limits, Black Mirror. Their debt to the Twilight Zone is, they can never pay that, ever, right? Lantern said a kind of semi-darkness, right? Leaks pertaining to 911 and all these different, listen, of course. And then, this is what I love about what Gustav does. He said, we're in a real-life Twilight Zone. Trump running for president? Right? Say no to Trumpism and Trump. We must emphatically say no. Or we will hear, as Lantern said, the painful wails of the unfortunate. Thank you, gentlemen, for what you do, for your exquisite writing, for your eloquent time that you take to do what you do. I appreciate you both, truly. Y'all are just thinking amazing. Y'all are just thinking amazing. Like, and then you're listen, their colleagues are in it too, right? Thank you, Jedi Master, for catching that one. Gustav said, I am a charter member in the fraternity of dreamers. That's just dope. Before we move on, I am going to pass it to the dopest tech in the Zoomverse, doing it only Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. You're not down with RMT by now? Damn it, you should be. Ron, how you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling okay, and as always, I am just impressed and amazed how many of our wonderful community members are taking the theme seriously. The themes are optional, but I'm just, so impressed. Thank you, Elemen2al, for giving, the themes each week here on Thursday nights, and also happy Teacher Appreciation Week. Some of you may not be aware, but not only is Elemen2al a wonderful host here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, I know he has taught poetry workshops at other organizations as well. He also happens to be in Texas, where he is zooming from, a wonderful teacher for middle class. So thank you so much for your service. In addition to being a veteran, thank you, Elemen2al, for everything you do for us here each week, for the community in New York, nationwide, international, and as well in Texas. So thank you so much, Elemen2al. We appreciate you. Hello, everyone. I'm Ron Mark Thompson. I am the tech assistant in the background at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, zooming in from my home in the Bronx, New York City. And I am also a member of the program and operations team at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. As we're talking teachers, shout out also to my team member Cap. She is in charge of all of our workshops that we actually do with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe with schools throughout New York City and the tri-state area. When the cafe, when we still had the building open until November of last year, we actually had schools classes coming to the cafe in person, and Cap was teaching a workshop there, and they even did a mini open mic. We literally turned down the lights and simulated an actual open mic with the children and the students, and they just enjoyed it. Now, as our building is in construction mode, we are going physically to the schools. I know Cap and our executive director Labua were just in a school 2 days ago in the Bronx, and they had a great time at the workshop there. So again, we do as much as we can for the community, and yes, we are in construction mode. Our building is closed, and I am happy to report that as of 4 days ago, this past weekend, we finished the total clean out of the building. Now, you may think, well, why did it take you guys so long? 5-6 months, since we closed it? Well, we had literally 5.5 floors full of history. We couldn't just throw out, everything. We had to carefully go through, all the items, all the furniture, all the artwork, all the files, all the papers. And we have finished, completing, separating everything, sending to storage what needs to be preserved, because when we reopen the building, we're gonna, dedicate a little, kind of museum area, I think we're gonna make a half a floor, one full floor, we will definitely, get all the history back that we're storing right now. But yes, now the building is cleared out. Our executive director will hand over the keys to the city. New York City itself will be handling the construction. And originally it was supposed to be 3 years. They told us they should be able to finish it within 2 years. So hopefully by 2026, we should be able to reopen the building. But don't you worry, until then, stay in touch with us. Our website, our social media channels, stay in touch with our executive director, La Brua. I also put Elemen2al's Instagram handle there, our link tree, our contact information. If you do know of a school, a class within the New York City tri-state area, Connecticut, New York, or New Jersey that you would like us to go to, or you can also, contribute to us. There is a slide here for our slam team. We are finally reviving our national slam team, the Nuyorican Poets Cafe slam team this year. It is headed and coached by Tony McPherson, who is our final Friday slam, and we're going to take them to the national slam competition this summer. So stay tuned for that, and you can help us, with a donation as well. In case you are not yet on our mailing list, my wonderful team member Jasmine is in charge of sending you guys our e-blast and newsletter every first of the month. That's where we currently do it. In case you still have not received it yet, if you're on one of our live streams, just pause the video, scan the QR code, and I will put the email link. Sorry, not the email link, the sign up link in the Zoom chat as well. So, as I said, we are continuing our programs despite of our construction of the building. Next Monday, we're going to be back at the Nuyorican Bowery Slam at the Bowery Poetry Club. That's weekly, every Monday, 7 p.m. Our next final Friday Slam at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater will be on Friday, May 31st, hosted by Tony McPherson. Our next in-person open mic at the Lois Cider Center will be Wednesday, the May 29th. It was supposed to be May 22nd, the fourth Wednesday of the month, but due to a scheduling conflict at the Lois Cider Center, we moved it 1 week later, the fifth Wednesday of this month, May 29th. We just had an open mic there yesterday, and just like on Thursdays here, the in-person open mic, it's poetry, storytelling. We had a comedian yesterday, as well as music. It is live streamed on the Lois Cider Center's YouTube channel, and we also will put it up on our YouTube channel on the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. And I'm gonna give a shout out to my other team member, Paul Abroy. He helps us with the video edits and getting everything ready for the online upload. So thank you so much for all of my amazing program team members, as well as our executive director, La Brua. We're gonna continue bringing you our online open mic every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time with Elemen2al. As he mentioned, you may sign up on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for an artist RSVP ticket. But if for any reason you didn't get a chance, like last some Wednesdays and Thursdays, it takes till Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon to fill all 20 spots. For tonight's, the last 20th ticket was grabbed at 11:21 p.m. Eastern Time yesterday. So if for any reason you got there this morning and you didn't get a chance to sign up, just let Elemen2al or Mina will put you on the good luck round. Also, I want to remind everyone that we have returned Beatniks on the road. National Poetry Month last month, we caught up with 4 episodes. Just a reminder, the fourth episode from a week and a half ago featured, in addition to Black White Flower, it also featured Elemen2al and CP Mays, both from the Houston area. So I'm so happy that we were able to have both of you in that edition of Beatniks on the Road. You may watch any of those episodes as well as the previous ones we used to do in the cafe for the last 3 years. You can watch either one of those on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. This month, we're going to put Beatniks back on a regular monthly schedule. It'll be on every last Tuesday of the month. We are currently recording and getting performances from poets from the Baltimore area on the East Coast. So watch out for this. Also, I want to remind everyone, Memorial Day weekend, Sunday, May 26th, the Lois Cider Center will be hosting their annual Lois Cider Festival on Avenue C in Manhattan on the Lower East Side. We, the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, will be there as well. And not only will we have a vendor / merchandise table, we also gonna have a little mini stage next to it, and we're gonna have an open mic all afternoon, similar to how we used to do it at our own block parties on 3rd Street. We're gonna let you know where exactly on Avenue C we will be at. Just stay in touch with us. That one is free. There's lots of music, foods, arts, and culture. If you're in Manhattan, come on out on that weekend. And I want to give a shout out to the Lois Cider Center. Not only do they host our Women's Orator Wednesday and with Felicia, Rice Felicia, as well as our Wednesday open mics with Sol Preem, but you know that they are a great resource in the community, and they are looking for volunteers for the Lois Cider Festival. If you're interested to help them out, scan this QR code or go to their Linktree page, which is linktr.ee/Lois Cider Fest. Lois Cider is the Spanish word for Lower East Side. It's spelled LOISAIDA. So check them out, help them out if you can. It is a great organization. And again, we've partnered with them with our open mics. They are just wonderful. Also, shout out to Rice Felicia, our Wednesday or Women Orator Wednesday host. And earlier this evening, she actually hosted our bi-monthly free open mic at the International Center of Photography in Manhattan. So she is also busy, just like Elemen2al. She's busy here with us at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, but she also works with the former home at of Langston Hughes in Harlem on 127th Street, and their organization are currently hosting weekly workshops every Saturday, and on some selected Fridays they do performances as well. Just a few weeks ago, Baba and Goma performed there, as well as the new National Youth Poet Laureate Stephanie Pacheco. So shout out to Stephanie as well. Stay in touch with everything that we do, that our partner organizations do. I'm going to put all of that in the chat, but it is time to go back to our list. And what a coincidence, Baba and Goma happens to be next. Performer with multiple instruments, multiple voices. I'm curious what he brought to the Twilight Zone theme. As you know him, you know he's always insightful, always amazing. So Baba, welcome back to our weekly online open mic here on Thursdays. You know how it goes. Let everyone know where we may find you, and then the floor is all yours. Welcome back.
Hello, everybody. Good to see everybody. Good to be on here. I'm not doing any music tonight. But what I'm going to do, I'm doing about 3 or 4 pieces. They're short pieces, and they're all new, and none of them have ever been heard by anybody. This is the first time that they've been read or anything, okay? Let's rock this. Teflon Don. You know shit is shady when the devil starts selling Bibles. Seems he's a bit short on cash. His tower on the auction block. Lawyers' fees are stacking up too. Mar-a-Lago up for sale. Court's like a 3-card Monte. Which head is the indictment under? And who's going to be left shoveling after the circus? Will he be stopped before the selection? Oops, I mean election. Only the shadow knows for sure. See this. This computer's kind of slow, sorry. Here we go. Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday. The hood is draped in palms. All the believers got a lot of praying to do. Seems like the ancestors ain't pleased. Mother Earth is being disrespected. She's sending earthquakes, floods, droughts, and tornadoes. Y'all ain't listening, though. Seems like not enough was given up for Lent. Guns out of control. Karma for the West being stolen at gunpoint. The whole thing is gangster. That's why Teflon Don has been indicted. There's a new sheriff in town. I ain't trying to scare you, but it's beginning to look like revelations up in here. So whoever you believe in, maybe it's time to say a prayer. It seems like this shit is coming to an end. Short poem. Let's see. There's an organization called the World Council Kitchen, and what they were doing is feeding refugees and people that were bombed out by Israel. And this is a poem to them. Long live, come on. Long live the World Central Kitchen. The real heroes die for trying to feed the people of Gaza. Who would ever think that feeding the hungry could get you killed? But the new Nazis are Israelites, and Fat Sam sends billions of tax dollars as the Fourth Reich marches straight ahead in reverse. Genocide revisited, Gaza in ruins, food insecurity, only a bourgeois name for hunger. Meanwhile, we just changed the channel, overwhelmed with Trumple Skin Thin versus Sleepy Joe. Meanwhile, funny thing is, war is no joke, but we seem cool with it, as conspiracy theorists claim the Baltimore Bridge was no accident. Palestinians starve daily, World Central Kitchen blown to bits. Long live Palestine. See. Rolling right along. Commencement. Come on. Commencement. Deja vu pays a visit. Grandchildren of flower children, ancestors return, still demanding peace. In this new age of chaos, college campuses revisited with outrage, lines drawn in the sand, killer cops with cameras still crack skulls, politicians still ignore cries for peace on earth, humankind sliding downhill toward world war and fascism, Armageddon much more than a fantasy in the Holy Babel, humanity under arrest, shackled with plastic handcuffs, salvation denied to Palestine, abortion banned by men with annihilation in their psyche, realizing that they are the new minority, a people in decline, and the conqueror is an endangered species replaced by rainbow flags, and raised that they're not thought of as human, but still believe Sodom and Gomorrah, though never reading the Holy Bible. Spit don't make babies. Be very careful. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. And I was told to write a poem about my sign and the particular element to be that particular element. And I'm a Cancer, so this is called Liquid. This is the last one. I covered the earth before she gave birth to land. There would be no life without me, so stop bitching about rainy days. It's just moi. I be shape-shifting clouds to rain, lakes and seas, rivers and oceans. Come bathe in my essence eternal. Hurricanes ride my middle passage. My nectar makes babies cry. I'm everywhere all the time. You may see me in tears for those lives lost in Palestine, the sweat on the backs of those who toil, the thirst that can only be quenched by me. There are rumors about me in barrels trying to get out, but I'm fluid. I can move mountains. My buckets overflow. Sometimes I'm a puddle. Soon I'll come rising to the top. Once I'm out of control, washing away transgression, perhaps you'll finally realize that I can do without you, but you can't live without me. So there we go.
I can do without you, but you can't live without me. Unmute yourself, give it up.
Snakes don't make babies.
Very good.
Oh man, I love it. Going for the judge, Paul. This is, it's high wire act what you're doing there. The weather thing though, it's like I don't know if I'm alone in this one, but I've been 30 years deep into not climate change, but climate changers, because the humans on the planet Earth have been trying to weaponize weather for 70, 80 years now. That's not a story. That's a real thing. Do your own deep dive, but it's not like this guy believed something he saw on the net. No, it's out there. So yeah, climate changes. I want to throw that out there as a universal prompt that I never said. Goodbye.
Dig that. Appreciate that, CC. Listen.
Yeah. There's an organization called HAARP. You look it up, HAARP, and you find out that they have the ability to control the weather.
See?
HAARP, HAARP.
See? Oh, hold on. Nope. I'm gonna make them do their own research. Hold up, Baba, hold up, right? I have actually heard something like that a villain used in a Batman movie. Something of that sort, right? Or maybe it was one of those, way out kind of terrorist group has a WMD that does exactly that. Listen, fiction is only making you think that it's not real, right? Nothing new under the sun. Ring a bell for anyone? Baba, what you do, man. Like you just in all your poems, right? You said your tower is up for sale in the first poem, right? Only the shadow knows for sure. Palm Sunday, right? You said the hood is draped in palms. Mother Earth is being disrespected. Now that's gangster, right? That's why Teflon Don is being indicted. Come on, man. Come on, man. In the World Council kitchen, listen, man. This is why I love artists. This is why I love poets, right? Because of what he said right there, right? Now listen, I told y'all, right? Living, breathing. He said the new Nazi are Israelites. Genocide revisited. Only a bourgeois name for hunger. War is no joke. Now this reminds me, I just keep getting the whole Stockholm syndrome in my brain. The third piece, you said grandchildren of flower children, no doubt. Killer cops with cameras, still crackheads, absolutely shackled with plastic handcuffs. The conqueror is an endangered species replaced by rainbow flags. The fourth piece, you said hurricane rides my middle passage. Sweat on the backs of those who toil. My buckets overflow. Sometimes I'm a puddle. Sometimes I'm a puddle. That dude just ill with it. Just ill with it. Appreciate you, Baba, for what you do, for always coming to hang out with us and sharing your true, honest, belligerent truth. I appreciate you. Of course, Make sure y'all show your love to Ron Mark Thompson. That cat loves what he does. We wouldn't be able to do this without Ron Mark Thompson, man. I promise you. I appreciate you, Ron. Nothing but love for that cat. For real. Make sure you show your love to RMT, man. Coming up next. Listen. We are about to get blessed by the one and only, right? He's got the vibe set, right? It's cool. I don't see him holding an instrument, but guess what? We also know that his voice is an instrument as well. The one and only Joski C in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Joski, always great to see you. Come on, man. Take it away.
Oh, hey, Elemental. So tonight I'm going to do 3 poems. And the first is a haiku. There is an Iranian rapper, I may mispronounce his name, Tumaj Salehi, who has been sentenced to death for speaking truth and defending women. So in this haiku, really, they're all his words, except for the word notes. Homage to Tumaj Salehi. Revolution's notes, voice of suffocated throats, come to streets like ghosts. And this is new shit. Just wrote this. This is called Drop. Drop collective punishment, displace everyone. Bombs rain earthquakes, bombs rain fire, bombs fall blind and dumb. Hospitals cannot heal when soldiers point their guns, and bombs can't tell a fighter from a child. And lastly, this poem, I guess, was begun 33 years ago, but I just been writing it in a new way over the past day. This poem describes when I first met Deneen.
For real?
Yes.
Okay, it's right here then.
Okay, hold up.
Okay.
The elevator doors open like dawn. You step out before the sun. Your breasts sculpt the scrub top from within. I follow you down the hall because after all the waiting, I could not let you leave my view. The moon knocked on the window that night, so I sent you a message. Look into its light. I gave you my number on a Post-it note, and still you sculpt my life. So that's for Deneen.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Shout out Deneen. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joski Steve.
Way to go, Joski. Man, multi-talented.
Baby.
That's
Beautiful.
cool.
What a beautiful love story.
Oh, what a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes
when
you just
somebody's
gotta
as
get it
truthful
published.
as
There's no
Joski,
way
you
out
gotta,
of it. You just gotta
I'm
throw it
surprised
up.
you're not getting tackled out screen there.
yeah, I'm saying, when somebody's as truthful as Joski, you know that she's worth it, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's for sure.
that's such a beautiful statement, bro.
Yeah. If you disappear from your screenshot, we'll know why.
Yeah, real love.
Yeah.
Don't make me. Did she say that?
Shout out to Need. Shout out to Need. Listen, Joski, I think they should broadcast you nationwide, which is why we do, worldwide, which is why we do, because what we just heard is a pure, genuine, almost fairy tale-esque true love affair that you are willing and openly sharing with the world fearlessly, right? Like, it's refreshing, man. It really is, right? That you fearlessly love your wife, as you should. Even still, he said, I've been writing this poem for 30 years. Bruh. And he's still talking about, girl, let me tell you, I had to follow you because the moon even knocked on my window and said, hey, man, hey, you don't let that one walk away. So he said he did all he could. I put my number on a Post-it note. Right? And she's still crafting my life. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like I know in the early one, you said bombs, rain, earthquakes. I know. They fall dumb and blind. I know, can't tell a fighter from a child. I know. Voices of suffocated throats come to streets like ghosts. Yeah. But that love affair, boy, whoo, good stuff, man. And I thank you for sharing it with us. There's the Queen, Deneen. Shout out, Deneen. Telling you, that's some love right there, y'all. Make sure you take a picture. Appreciate you, Joski. Appreciate you, Deneen. Truly. All right. Coming up next, talking about love, by the way. I don't know, like when you get beyond the metaphysics, you go into another level of spirituality where love may be an earthly thing, right? To planets, love may just simply be an earthly thing. I don't know. However, I can tell you that we are about to be blessed by a divine spirit and entity. The one and only Oshun Yoyen is here. It is always great to see you. Let these folks know where they can find you. Please take it away.
Okay. You can find me in the usual places, Facebook, Instagram, and love is in everybody's DNA. Some of us just suppress it, and we shouldn't. I went politically spiritual tonight, so this is a little different than what I usually do. It's called Blood In, Blood Out. They came with crosses and lynch mobs, made trees unwilling participants in murder and genocide. Blood-drenched earth bears witness to African spiritual warriors slain, set the stage for souls returning for war, justice, and retribution. Blood in, blood out. In the old school, karma says, you suck in my blood, yours gets drained out later, maybe 400 plus years later. It was, it always has been, blood in, blood out. Ancient school balance demands rituals and sacrifice, appeasing the souls of those horribly wronged, tortured, murdered, maimed, and injured. Yes, sacrifice, ancestral tradition, life force shared with the other world, sincere apology made, damages paid. Otherwise, a new school continues, nourishes an answer to the restless souls that walk in angered torment. African, Choctaw, Ute, Lenni Lenape, Seminole, Cherokee, Shawnee, Cree, Lakota, and countless others. Yes, the spirits in this land are angry, angry about being murdered, angry about being stolen from their land, angry about their land being stolen, angry about the desecration to their burial grounds and sacred spaces. So they take possession of troubled souls. Remember Pearl High School, Heath High School, Oklahoma City, Hurston High School, Columbine, University of Arkansas, Virginia Tech, Sandy Hook, and the Boston Marathon. Who knows what's next? The quarrel is not over until the damages have been paid. The price is impossibly high now. The rituals are ignored. The new school solution runs unchecked. Blood in, blood out. And these days, it could be your blood.
Shit, I'm wrong. Unmute yourself. Give it up for
Right on, right on.
You know,
Ah,
Joski just told us about someone's going to be killed for speaking. And in the history of Egypt, they actually killed someone for writing a poem. And New School is the first school in the country, maybe ever, where the teachers are setting up an encampment for the protest. I just heard that today, that might be a first. So when you mentioned New School, those three things just lined up. But it all comes together with the fact that we're here and we're not muzzled yet. So thank you, Elemental.
Thank you.
Listen. What we do is exactly what you just said. It really is an ROI, right? In however it manifests for you, right? It is what you bleed into it is what is going to bleed out to you, right? She said they came with crosses and lynch mobs. Made trees unwilling participants in genocide. Damn. Set the stage, souls returning for war. You suck in my blood, yours will be sucked out. May take 400 years. It's gonna happen, right? The ancient school of balance, right? Balance. Restless souls that walk in torment, right? Shout out the Lakota people. Shout out my man, Propaganda Poet, right? Mentioned all these schools, these massacres of people who believe in nothing, because the rituals are ignored. It's up to us, folks. It's up to us who see. It's up to us who hear, who understand, who believe, to tell the truth, to speak it in a way that people are willing to accept it. That is our charge, and we continue to do it. Thank you all for staying committed to it. All right, coming up next, a newer member of our community, but has come to rock, no doubt about it. The one and only Bonnie Soloway in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you. I'm on B Soloway. Like I said before, I don't really publish anything yet, although I did get published this week in a small journal, 2 of my pieces. So, well, can't believe it. This one is really from the theme Gilded Guidance, and I have been working on it for a long time, and it's very personal. It's way more personal than I've ever presented to anyone. I've never even read it before, but and I couldn't even do it the last time because it was so emotional, so I'll see if I can get through it. It's called Bringing Back Mom. When I was young, I'd often play act cool creative games. Inside our weeping willow's branches lived a space devoid of pain. To negate our childhood sadness, covered with a sparkly sheen, through a soft and gauzy filter, a Candyland of make-believe, a Spielberg-type production or Lin-Manuel Broadway show, trauma reimagined, wrapped in a diamond-studded glow. Tweaking family truths can't always be that bad. You get to write the life you always wish you had. I'd invent the perfect mother, the one I thought I'd need, the one not sick and always there to share my lifelong dreams, the one who'd teach me tennis and later maybe golf, the one who'd take me shopping as my fashion sense evolved, the one who'd understand the little girl inside, the one who'd celebrate me and always be by my side. First, we must divest ourselves of sadness, guilt, and grief, so those new rose-colored glasses can negate our childhood thieves. I'd erase her years in bed and those long hospital stays. No more psych ward visits with medication-induced malaise. Gone are suicide attempts, somehow swept from view, neither acknowledged nor discussed, questions unpursued. Good riddance to her psychiatrist, whose game plan was to blame anyone but him for her worsening symptoms unexplained. Seizures, double vision, ravenous eating at odd times, a scary downward spiral of a brain in sick decline. It's funny when you don't see fate barreling down your way. Childhood wishful thinking those dark clouds would soon abate. Late one night while all alone, my mother choked to death. Why no nurses came to help is anybody's guess. A week or so before she passed, I visited after school. She gave me an early birthday gift, which normally be quite cool. A delicate little watch with 5 different color bands. She wanted me to have it, quote, in case I don't see you again. My 12-year-old self in disbelief impatiently shot right back. Of course we'll see each other, Mom. Please don't talk like that. But die she did soon after. She was almost 49. That day, I don't know if I can read it. Okay. That day I got my birthday watch. Well, that was our final time. Death's angels must have warned her. I imagine she wasn't surprised. Lives full of pain and sorrow stay packed and ready to say goodbye. What about those left behind, the ones in disbelief, the ones who stay silent out of fear or grief, the ones whose family U-turns and drives right on ahead? Grieving can be messy, like rumpled sheets dumped on a bed. Alone, I found her autopsy neatly hidden away, 10+ years of endless suffering caused by a tumor in her brain. To live the mental illness stigma all your childhood days, harder still within a family that detached from any pain. There comes a time we must move forward, toss that former shame. No more history rewrites, whitewashing what's been gained. My green eyes, my love of fashion, my thick and wavy hair, which drives all my friends crazy as theirs thins out, mine's still here. Like me, she loved her music and collected famous quotes. I'm artistic like she was, and adept at certain sports. She adored Ralph Waldo Emerson, but the quote she carried and often used was from Shakespeare's Polonius, "To thine own self be true." From her bed, we'd play gin rummy. I know she often cut me slack. She was a funny, loving, caring mom. Her sickness can't change that. Ignoring personal history undermines the lives we've lived, masking a depth and a resiliency surviving trauma gives. Those who never grieved can carry deep regret, unable to see a glass half full in fear of catching its emptiness. I pushed my mother's arm away as we walked the hallway to the door, a daughter's way of laying blame when she needed so much more. I know she knew I loved her despite my bratty preteen show, but I sure regret I didn't hug her tight that day she knew she had to go. Thank you.
We are here for you, Bonnie. We are holding space with you. We are sending you love and peace and strength. You don't believe me? Watch this. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bonnie Soul.
You really honor us, Bonnie, by letting us.
Beautiful, Bonnie.
Push through that.
Very moving.
The vulnerability.
Very elegant.
And you are incredible.
Very
I can apologize for this, but you earned that.
Thank you so much.
I could give you a hug from here. I would to here.
We'd be all hugging you too.
There's some beautiful, real beautiful gem lines in there too.
Yes.
Yeah, you made that so relatable. You know, it wasn't overwrought, and you know, sometimes it's hard to keep from getting really super indulgent with trying to convey those emotions, but you did that in a really relatable way, and that takes a certain kind of touch that doesn't let itself be negotiable with your own self in a very easy way.
Yeah, and you use such precise moments and images and things to get it across, you know, without any waste. It was just beautifully wrought.
Well, thank you very much. It really means a lot. I can't believe I even did it here, because normally
We do.
Well, we thank you for doing it.
We thank you.
Yeah,
You
don't
can take
feel
that- you
any
can take-
reluctance about that. You know, this is the place to do that here.
I
was
realize
saying
that.
to somebody the other day, you know, it's hard to count the amount of people I've seen transform themselves by being here and feeling free to speak.
Well said, Paul.
Yeah, you just described the whole idea behind Yester now, because it's not like I can't believe I just did that. You took it and you brought it into the present, so you could. It's no law. It owns you no more. The burden.
That'd be great. Yeah, that's
It's
great.
a baby step. It just gets stronger. You're there already in many ways.
Thank you so much, everyone. Really,
I told you, right? This is, and I told you, the folks watching online, the folks watching in the future, I told you, the greatest community in the world, right? Some people do this, but we do this, right? Every person in here felt what you just read. We felt the fact that you couldn't read it. That's why we're still here holding you up, right? That's why we're here. I was telling my students, poetry can handle it. I don't care how heavy it is. I don't care how much weight it is. Poetry can handle it. And if you don't think so, bring it here and we'll remind you that it can. As your colleague said, thank you for sharing it with us. Thank you for sharing your mom with us. May she rest in peace. And I'm thankful. I am thankful that you had the courage and fearlessness to write this poem. And I hope you still have that delicate little watch with the 5 different color bands. Because those little things remind you every single day that you wear a different color, the different shade of her. Thank you for sharing that. We appreciate you. Make sure you are plugging in with Bonnie Soloway. Don't be a stranger, right? Because now people need to check on you. So don't be a stranger. All right, let's keep it going, folks. There are 6 people left on the guaranteed list, plus the good luck round is popping. I'm telling you, don't believe me? You better wait and see. Coming up next, you heard this cat's voice already. Our resident piano man in the building. Does this cat have his hair down? Listen, it's about to be shenanigans in the building this evening. The one and only CCR Shagra in the building. These folks know where they can find you, man. It is indeed the Twilight Zone, baby. You know what it is. Take it away.
When privilege is a coward, floating on a wealthy sea, made of nothing more than numbers and the blood of fears believed. Here fear has only one friend. Then fear owns you, eats you, and kindly kills its mother. Oh, fear is a story afraid of dying, so it lives just to make sure no one ever becomes love. If there's no one fighting, fear will start one. Fear is never satisfied unless there's more war coming. So every war is run just to morph into the next one. And every father in a fight must hand hatred to his son. You are running out of men. You are running out of men. You don't love life, women, girls, or mothers, and the earth. You forsake her just to fucking rape her. You are running out of men. You are running out of men. When privilege is a coward, floating on a wealthy sea, made of nothing more than numbers, and the blood of fears bleeds. You are running out of men. You are running out of men. I don't know if that was on theme or not, but
I mean, listen, we got hair down CC. I don't know where we are. I don't know where we are at this point. Unmute yourself, give it up for CC.
It was out of this world once the hair came out, CC.
CC.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
No, you know what you do, CC. The way that you stomp on your pedals, sir, you gotta have like one of those heavyweight pianos, right? Because you really, I mean, even your floor is an instrument when you play piano. I don't know if you know that, man, but really, like that's how you really get down when you do that, man. The passion, it really comes through when you sing, when you believe, because you believe what you sing. And I'm telling you, that fervency comes through, man, every single time. Right? You said that it kindly killed its mother. What the? To make sure no one ever becomes love. When privilege is a coward floating on a wealthy sea. You're ridiculous, sir. Just so you know that. You sound like the epilogue to the Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous episode with what's Jerry Jones, right? Like it's ridiculous, man, for real. Right? What was it? Champagne wishes and caviar dreams, right? And privilege is a coward. I love it. Appreciate you, CC. Real. Make sure you are plugging in with CCR Chagra, the open microphone, Yesternow, so many things. All right. Coming up next, a newer member of our community. Listen, you have heard her this evening. She has been in the mix. She is indeed one of us. The one and only Angelina Ojeda is here. Let these folks know where they can find you. Listen, anytime that you're in the mix, I'm only wondering when the young princess is going to make her next appearance, right? Because she's seeing moms do it, right? She has the motivation and the example sitting in front of her. So when y'all ready. But until then, it is great to see you. Please take it away.
One of them actually just came to the door before and was like, I'm not coming in the room because I have my hair in a bonnet and they can't be seeing me like that. So good night. I was like, no problem. You guys can only find me here because I haven't put up an Instagram yet, but you guys have inspired me and I'm going to start putting my work together. And I was talking with a friend of mine about writing a book. So it's so politically incorrect, the title of the book. It's going to be called As the Taco Crumbles, because I am half Mexican, so there, you know. You know it's good. You know it's funny when Elemental laughs so hard that he goes out of his green screen. But it's going to be a mix of a New York mom bringing what she learned into a book. So I have a new poem and I have an old piece that I wrote a while ago. So I'm going to do the new one first and then I'll do my old piece. And the new piece is right in theme, out of the, Twilight Zone, out of this world. It is in the pathway of the tail of an asteroid where we, simple masses, collided and found each other. Dust reflecting the light of the sun, star steroid. You became so much more than a friend, a lover. Your love is out of this world. Your presence is so alien to me. Your hands make my hips twirl. Your mystery brings me to my knees. From our favorite seasons to our dad's zodiac signs, we have so many constellations in common, so many stars. Even though the stars are not the same, our hearts align. Fill me with the celestials. I'll be your Venus if you'll be my Mars. What planet did you come from? From where did you escape? Where have you gone and where have you been? You came to my heart and mind, a once barren moonscape. You tell me I'm intelligently beautiful, beyond the skin. You took the dark matter of a broken heart to reshape into a kryptonite-coated organ blocking others' sins. You told me I was beautiful when others would tell me no. You cheered on my wins while others relished in my loss. You stay with me, hands held, while others said, I gotta go. He is more than just a late-night telescopic exploration course. He is a solar system space mission. Operation Boo. Poem. My next one is, it's old. Lyrical Junkie. Elemental, I need you to unmute when I say a certain line. It's going to end with Lyrical Junkie. And everybody, when he unmutes, you need to say, hi, Angelina. Sound good? Shaking, trying to get the words out. Shivering like cold breezes on naked, wet skin. I'm scratching my brain with pens for words like a junkie scratches their arms for a fix. I stand on the corner. Skew! Where is my fix? I got letters and words and grammar and knowledge and life. Life, which is what makes me yearn for this, makes me kill for this. It makes me sell my soul for this high, this euphoric feeling, for this feeling like I can fly high and shit on little bitches who called me a bird. So I get all my letters, my words, my grammar, my life, and stand waiting for my fix. Oh yeah, here it comes. Flat-lined paper, oh, I can feel you now. I rock back and forward with the anxiety to feel you running through my veins. There's the exchange. I rip at the plastic, not even caring how I open it. I need you. Like a baby needs his mother, like a man needs a woman, like we need air. I put pen to my mouth, like a burnout places a blunt, and I inhale deep, taking in the smoke of this. My pen fills my lungs with its fumes, fills my veins with its ink, fills my heart with its passion. There's what I was looking for, euphoria. It hugs my body as if I were her first love. Come to think of it, this right here is my first love. I got sprung on this right here back when I was playing hopscotch in school uniforms and knee-high socks. I fell in love with this right here when I was dealing with tween heartaches and playground crushes. I married this right here, and yes, you can marry your addictions. Back when I was benching weights in my high school gym class. And yeah, like every addiction and relationship, I had my ODs and my fights. Paper cuts, ink-stained fingers, scribbles on mad sheets, lost pages, lost thoughts, unfinished projects, flatlined for years between. I thought I was clean, owned over this addiction. Hi, my name is Angelina, and I'm a lyrical junkie. Hi, Angelina.
Okay.
Hi, Angelina.
Hey,
Hi, Angelina.
Hi, Angelina.
Hi, Angelina.
Thank you for coming to Poets Anonymous. It's been great being here.
Want to share your fix with us?
Keep coming back. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's old. That's old.
New shit. I'm just saying. For us, that was some brand new shit. Right? And listen. That lyrical kind of junkie, listen. 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 This lyrical junkie has been getting down for a while. All right? Like even between my toes, listen. I appreciate really what you do in the first, in the first piece you were talking about. I love the extended metaphor about how simple masses collided and found each other, right? Your love is out of this world. Your presence is so alien to me, right? Down to our dad's zodiac signs, right? We're different signs, but our heart aligns. I'll be your Venus. Oh, shit. If you'll be my Mars. Now, that's just work, right? You came to my heart and mind, a once barren moonscape. She mentioned that kryptonite. Shout out, daughter of Krypton. You told me I was beautiful when others said no. Come on. You said Operation Boo? Is that what you said? Yeah, she did say Operation Boo. Yeah, I guess, yeah. That lyrical junkie, you know what I mean? Listen, woo, give me chills, man. It makes me kill for this, right? Makes me sell my soul for this. I need you. Fill my veins with its ink. It hugs my body as if it was, as if it was its first love. Like, you can't marry an addiction. Appreciate you, Angelina. That was fire, all the way fire. Appreciate you. Make sure you continue to come through for real, for real. All right, coming up next, all the way out on the West Coast. LBC in the building. Shout out to Giants fans in the building. This incredible musician is always ready, and he's always got a fresh lid. I'm telling you, this week he is sporting the Italia. The one and only Bill Elkins in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Bill. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Hey, Elemental, how are you? Can you hear me?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Midwestern Bill 51. Anyway, I'm going to do a song. How about, it's entitled Song for Serena. I did it not too long ago, but I did it without the music, the thing that was on, you know, it didn't go well. This one, it'll be better. So I hope you like it. It's called Song for Serena. My mystical nymph, beautiful green-eyed woman, you bountify my dreams as you capture my heart. Frighteningly sagacious, while so tenderly touching, you were my lady from Linz, that's in Austria, at St. John Cathedral. At St. John Cathedral. Pubescent child, my virginal lover, you were my world, body and soul. Madame of love, singing sweetly, you were my lady from Linz. At St. John Cathedral. At St. John Cathedral. Serena, please look in my eyes. I cherish you so. Don't let me go. You are my wonderless queen as we skip across the moon in a nocturnal dream where I sing Ich liebe, ich liebe, ich liebe dich, meine Serena. Ich liebe, ich liebe, ich liebe dich, meine Serena. Summer of love, war memorial on the lake front, we held each other tightly as the war raged on. We shared intimacies in a Farwell Avenue doorway, you were my lady from Linz. At St. John Cathedral. At St. John Cathedral. You kissed me goodbye on a cold March morning off to San Diego to join the Marines. What didn't destroy me certainly made me stronger. You were my lady from Linz. At St. John Cathedral. At St. John Cathedral. Serena, please look in my eyes. I cherish you so. Don't let me go. You are my wanderlust queen as we skip across the moon in a nocturnal dream where I sing Ich liebe, ich liebe, ich liebe dich, meine Serena. Ich liebe, ich liebe, ich liebe dich, meine Serena. Many years later, I wrote this song for you. You're a distant memory, bittersweet and profound. Loving you was easy, but losing you so hard. You were the first love of my life. You were the first love of my life. Okay, thank you, everybody. That's it. The improved version.
You're amazing, sir. Oh my goodness. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bill Elkins.
Bill, that was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I had a good subject. She was beautiful. Thank you.
You know, there is nothing like having a living, breathing, beautiful muse. Nothing in the world. Right? And was that hints of her language that you were speaking in the song? Okay, so yeah. So see that's the real deal right there, right? When you cold enough with it that you can even throw in words in her language, just like nah, baby, for real, like like for real. I even tell you in your language, like for real. That's fly, man. And then he had the nerve to be good with it, you know what I mean? And then hitting the notes with it as we skip across the moon in a nocturnal dream, right? Loving you is easy. Losing you, it's hard. Man, thank you. Thank you for sharing your love and sharing Serena with us. I appreciate you, truly. All right, coming up next, listen. Hope you're ready. This poet has been doing this and doing this and doing it well longer than some of us have even been thinking about doing it. She is an activist on multiple coasts and still rocking hard with it. She's been rocking with us all evening, and she's about to do something to your brain. So prepare yourself. The one and only Tamam Tracy Moncour in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Well, you know, it's always a pleasure to be here, to listen to the, you know, all the many poetic offerings, which are also very different, and the music offerings. And I want to say to Bonnie Soloway, I felt your pain, and that's what writing is all about. It's therapeutic, and it helps us deal with the different pain, emotions, the different feelings that we have to go through in life. But I felt your pain. I really did. Tonight, I'm gonna try. I think I have a Twilight Zone-ish poem, and then it's two, and then another one, which is more like me. But the Twilight Zone-ish poem is called The Go Road. On the Go Road, lights speeding into darkness disappear into the abyss of time, only to find yesterday neatly filed in its place in space. On the Go Road, memories fly by, ecstatically leaping, alternately weeping, drowned in sounds, bumping, thumping, crashing, clanging, exploding into eclectic energy which disperses regurgitated fantasies. On the Go Road, straight ahead, is the wave following the gyrations of the vibrations, focusing on the one until the day is done and the sun has sunk beneath the funky beat of the street. Pump it, pump it, pump it. On the Go Road, triumphs intermingle with frustration to form a volatile cocktail, sending the recipient reeling into the atmosphere only to reappear and renew the cycle, incessantly seeking a new and diverse discovery to leave footprints of remembrance on the Go Road. That's my Twilight Zone. This one is called Silent Thoughts. Silent thoughts ride through a cloud of memories scattered freely into the bay of time that resides in our mind. Alas, a constant reminder of dreams and aspirations still to pursue, and undone goals left to do in the future stretched out in a haze and a maze of aging and uncertainty. Silent thoughts, private thoughts, tiptoe tentatively along the path of restoration, seeking new musical sounds to bring to fruition amid creation, singing abstract harmonies that dance in between the syncopated rhythms of eighth notes gliding into victory. Silent thoughts perch on the branches of a tree-lined streets, observing cars neatly parked along the curves of anonymity, and in driveways of ownership, waiting patiently for drivers to take possession and drive off into their respective realities and obsessions. Silent thoughts cringe at a world obsessed with violence, violence in defense of ideologies piercing the fibers of sensitivity, refusing to embrace diversity. Violence in defense of the dollar sign, raping the economies, raping the environment, raping the people. Silent thoughts search the heart for inspiration, for courage, for creativity to permeate the USA in these days of dark insanity, to persuade minds to incorporate once again democracy and justice for all, to stand tall on the legacy upon which this country was built. Silent thoughts seek to reach out and touch and captivate the minds of the angry, the lost, the weary, to replace hate with tolerance, to replace dope with hope, to replace anger with a peace of mind that comes from on high, that comes from something bigger than you and I. Silent thoughts escape from under the weight of oppression into the setting sun, colored by deepening orange hues, blending with shades of pink, coloring the sky with magnificence and brilliance, inspiring a myriad of poetic words to send messages of love throughout the universe. Silent thoughts. Thank you.
You know, I'm just thankful that those thoughts didn't stay silent. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Tamam, Tracy Moncool.
Really good. I really enjoyed your poetry, both of them.
Beautiful.
Very
Beautiful
nice.
poem. Beautiful delivery.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah,
Something to think about.
eloquently delivered.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, that's why I said, folks, before she even began, been doing it longer than some of us have even been thinking about doing it, and still doing it well. Right? In the Go Road, he said, light speeding into darkness, only to find yesterday neatly tucked away. Exploding into eclectic energy, following the gyrations of the vibrations beneath the funky beat of the street, right? To leave footprints of remembrance. Yeah, right? As we all hope to do. And then in the silent thoughts, you mentioned the undone goals left to do, seeking new musical sounds, eighth notes sliding into victory, right? Along the curves of anonymity. In a world obsessed with violence, let me tell you, persuade minds to incorporate. Stand tall on the legacy on which this country was built. Replace hate with tolerance, dope with hope, anger with the peace of mind from up on high. Let me tell you. if we took one of those pills every day, we might be okay. Truly. Thank you. Thank you, truly, Tamam, for coming through and doing what you do and sharing your incredible truth with us. We truly, truly appreciate you. All right, y'all. 2 folks left on the guaranteed list and 4 on the good luck round. And I hope y'all ready for this because it's coming all the way through. I'm telling you, these next 6 poets is going to give it to you. For real. Coming up first, shout out CG, shout out Keeper Concrete, shout out the vets in the building, Semper Fi. Shout out Swanye West, shout out Double Trouble, shout out the Princess. Like the list goes on. This is AKA Mr. Marine Corps, AKA Mr. Trainwreck, AKA the Razor Blade, that Razor Blades, Shaylin, the one and only CP Mays in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, folks. Always great to see you. Come on, man. Take it away.
So I'm just CP Mays. I'm on IG and Facebook at CP May, CPMACE. Shout outs to my one of my professors who gave me advice, like in critiques and classes like that, workshops. This professor, she didn't try to make me sound like her. And I realized that that's a beautiful thing when you have people that are helping you craft your art and they're not trying to make you sound like them. So she embraced all the craziness that's in my brain. And yeah, so this was the poem that kind of broke me free. It's called Most Gods Are Lonely Drunks. My too far away supernova sows a wildfire storm, bending ears into the atmospheric of allegory just to listen to comets tall tale their own tales. Most gods are lonely drunks sitting at bar stools like they're piano benches. Screaming, help me out, was an orchestra of shot glasses singing songs that only the sprung ankles of angels would ever know. Half-empty beer bottles began belting ballads for the broken toes of ballerinas that would never relearn how to dance again. The house lights drove their ghosts across sticky dance floors where I sat and watched. And I prefer to be remembered. Slow dance with the no matter what I will. A couple of why won't you kiss me? We're waltzing love. It's just an excuse to get hurt across each other's tongue. And sexy was too drunk to realize she was dressed like a whore. The jukebox was patiently waiting to show up the DJ. Someone's iPhone just went missing. A vodka and cranberry damn near choked to death on an ice cube. Dreams too drunk off of disappointment started flushing themselves down the toilet of I'm done. Cupid's doing lines of coke in the woman's bathroom again. Madness, never made any excuses for myself, so my imaginations are running reckless again. By the end of the night, from the sideline of I did my best to keep my head will be what's the use anyways. Some things you don't get back was arguing with the don't keep me guessing as to whether or not a don't keep me waiting was making a plan to love me. A patio of rough housing frat boys. We're playing beer pong for push-ups. Horseshoes stolen from the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse were being tossed around for entertainment. The dartboards were all laughing at the cute girls who couldn't seem to get their throat straight, while several underage lesbians with fake driver's licenses fumbled their way over to an empty pool table, flagging down a waitress. They ordered 5 apple martinis, 10 buttery nipple shots, and change for 20 all in quarters. By night's end, They hustle 3 pool sharks out of their money, gold chains, watches, and ignorances, and their fucking pride. You got to have a parachute. A mom I like to love is at the end of the bar. She orders me a Maker's Mark on the rocks. She also left me a lipstick kiss folded up napkin with her telephone number on it. No name, just the telephone number. A bunch of blue-collar construction workers just walked in and ordered 5 pitchers of Budweiser. They smell like long days, biased divorce courts, child support payments, and school clothes. Cigarette butts were cremating themselves in ashtrays all around us, passing out insults like compliments, and angry drunks about to pick a fight with an even angrier alcoholic sitting next to him. I really hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't. I really hope he shuts his mouth. For last week, I watched this same angry alcoholic call on God just to curse Christ the fuck out. He once cracked his own 4th and 5th rib open just to confirm he had a beaten, broken heart still in there. The last time he was happy was a midnight, half an hour ago, when the honey blonde haiku gave his standing ovation a hand job for half price. He keeps a weathered, worn, creased, tattered, fractured picture of his high school sweetheart on prom night in the folds of his worn wallet of why worthy about worthy women anymore. The angry drunks taking the beer shit in a handicap stall in the gentleman's restroom. The even angry alcoholic is upset that the bathroom stalls are stocked with toilet paper, but no paper towels to dry his hands on. One of the blue-collar construction workers is working himself up into a bar about to close frenzy because sobriety, pickpocketed set of keys in the name of safe driving. A flock of giggling limber ladies stumble drunk around yet another loser who will cover their bar tabs, not knowing that he'll never get a chance of tapping any ass. By the end of the night, the missing iPhone was found. The jukebox eventually showed up the DJ. In an attempt to tip the scales of my I was the one worth leaving, reminding my one day you'll walk away from this shit, to shut up and stop complaining, because my madness never made any excuses for myself. So it's okay that in the negligee of this nightscape, my imagination ran reckless again. Thank you.
When doesn't that shit run reckless, folk? Like when doesn't that shit sound like a pack of wild hounds on a bloody fox? Unmute yourself, give it up for CP.
MCP, what a story.
The negligee
What
of that
imagery.
nightscape. That was a closer, man. There was a billion beautiful lines, but that was a closer.
Yeah, pardon me if I identify
That was the
with
best
you on
line
that.
ever.
I don't know how many times I've been to that bar, and the best thing about it is they always gave me free drinks. But yeah, pardon me for identifying with you on that, CP.
Word. I mean, I hosted enough spots in the beginning where we wasn't getting paid. So the way to comp me was a bar tab of $25. So I believe and I know what you're talking about, Skip.
Wow, folks, listen. I try to tell y'all, you know what I mean, Maze is just one of those dudes, one of the top poets in the world. He just does that. Like, and he's arguing with his professor about this poem. Like, no, I just smacked your whole grill, like probably your whole top row, your teeth out with this poem. Bending ears in the atmospheric anomaly, an orchestra of shot glasses, right? For the broken toes of ballerinas that will never learn how to dance again, right? A couple of why won't you kiss me? Sexy was too drunk to realize she was dressed like a whore. Vodka and cranberry almost choked on an ice cube. Like, your ass be... My imagination is running reckless again. Right? Women got changed for a 20 and all in quarters, and just got them all. And then the cats come in smelling like long days and child support payments. Right? You mentioned the honey blonde haiku. Man, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. Bring your 3-part ass strolling in here, right? With your 5'7" ass up in here, like, if you don't get out of here. Appreciate you, Maze. For real, man. Appreciate you. Make sure you are plugging in with CP Maze. What I know is CP Maze was on this show that Ron was talking about called Beatniks on the Road when it came to a city called Houston. Make sure you are plugging in with that. All right, last poet on the guaranteed listen. We are going to get to the good luck round. Coming up next, I'm telling you, this cat has the algorithm. He has the cheat code because he always finds himself, if not close to the bottom, the last poet every single time. The one and only Prince of P's in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Prince of P, always great to see you, man. Come on, take it away.
Well, I'll be reading 3 poems tonight. The first poem is called Waters of Grief. Waters of grief soil the faces of children who lose parents. That feeling is blurry as bad photographs. Your shattered, broken window of a heart is fragmented. Droplets of Great Lakes become loud as roaring thunder. It's you versus you. While staring at your reflection, everlasting sadness punching like a fist. At times, it whisks you away in a plundering pain. After the tears, what do you have? Revelations. Time is revealing who's who. Marjorie Taylor Greene talking crazy. All these bumping lies to the forefront. An orange-haired man can't take an L, so he swells his chest upon the world. He speaks to his people. Strange, swirling events always happening. Not to mention, everyone's binging on social media. TikTok might be banned. Revelations are here. Revelations tear up. The world wildly and swirling in the midst of chaos. The last one is called Red Ripples. There are ripples on the soles of my feet, leaking fire, burgundy red, like a leaking faucet. I can barely bear the thought of leaking demons, becoming puddles. As I drown in the puddles of demons, I become immersed in it. Red ripples roll on me as if I'm paying a toll for my sacred sins. My bony feet is stepping in the same red ripples always. I reek of unholy, sanctified soul. I just become one with my sins. Poem.
That just become one of my sins. Not too much you can do about that one. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Prince of P.
Woohoo! Prince of P.
Wow, you just keep knocking it out, Prince of P. You know, every time I hear you, you have the phrase, I want a plaque on my wall. After the tears, what do you have? That's the one for this week. Thanks.
Here you go.
Jedi Master, yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
Prince of P, like I've noticed in your mechanics, like listening to you for a minute, like in the beginning, you were walking through a room, brother. Now, like the way your writing has stepped up, you're no longer walking into a room. You're exploding into a room filled with happiness. Like the way you're describing things now, like it's gotten rich and have this texture to it. Don't stop fighting the good fight and growth. We all
Don't
do.
end. And it
All
don't
of us,
end
all of us do it. So don't stop now, dude. You're getting there, man.
ever.
Ever stop. Yeah.
Factamundo, Factamundo, Exactamundo. Like, listen, I keep telling y'all this is the greatest community in the world. And we continue to show you why. There's no ego here. There's no competition here. This is about this is really about love and expression and freedom, right? I am a descendant of Baraka. I am a descendant of Last Poets. Shit, I am a descendant of Ngoma. Like, keep it a bean, right? I am a descendant of Arshagra and Maze. You feel me? Like, and Solace and Skiff and Waltz. Like, yo, I am my community. And I would hope that my community is me, right? And every time I open my mouth, they know what community I come from. Just like you, Prince of Pete, right? Broken windows of my heart are shattered. Yeah, it's you versus you. Yeah, literally, it's you versus you. After the tears, what do we have? Right? Everybody heard that. Yeah, I am Jedi Master. I am. I am. He speaks to his people. Everyone binging on social media. Trust me, they're starting from a young age, Prince Pete, trust and believe. And the red ripples, right? You said you're leaking fire. Barely bear the thought of leaking demons, paying a toll for my sacred sin. Listen, we all have crosses to bear. As long as you accept yours, good to go, sir. Truly. Appreciate you, Prince P, for closing out the guaranteed list. Shout out Norm Mathematics, who wasn't able to join us this evening, but definitely sends his love. Let's get to this good luck round. 4 incredible artists came to rock with us. So we're going to start with the one who got kicked out. She made it back in. We got her on her phone. Yes, Lord. And we are here and thankful that we are going to be blessed by the one and only Jennifer Garant's in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. I'm glad you made it back. Please, take it away. Great to see you.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. I just wrote this evening a poem, a little poem about the theme you gave, and then I'm going to do another poem after that. The one that I did is, it's titled Outer Me. I felt my body floating upward above my bed, outward, faster than Flash Gordon, fast as a bolt of lightning, through the window shooting above the earth, dangling before the stars, surrounded by blackness. I sense I am in the twilight zone. My brain screams aloud within. No tone is heard without. A non-human being approaches, friend or foe. I am an earthling invading his domain, peaceful, yet I don't belong here. I want to go back home. Alfred Hitchcock, quickly direct me back to Earth. End of first poem. The second one is a love poem, short. Flowing through your brain, your soul grasped my intellectual being, igniting a fire within, lusting for my without. I see it in your eyes, the wanting. I sense it in the depth of my heart, the waiting, not wanting to wait, to take me here and now, the regretting, impossible in this crowded place, the sighing, wondering, when will you get the chance to make your move? The anxiety, not knowing, will I agree? End of poem.
You know, ooh, they just get juicy, don't they? Oh my goodness. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Jennifer.
That's a,
Beautiful.
that's a good, dangerous place to go.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Gotta risk it all, or it ain't there anyway.
Yeah.
Glad your phone was working.
Yeah, but my voice isn't working. It's cracking up.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I got the
That's
same
how I got
trouble.
started. I mean, let your voice crack. Just let it crack. Just let it
Yeah.
crack. Just do it.
Gotta let it crack.
Yeah. Thanks.
I've seen people get up for the first time, profound, like couldn't stop stuttering their whole life, and after a year, I mean, that's so. Never mind cracking. If you can get a syllable out, you're in.
Yeah.
Listen,
Okay.
y'all. I mean, listen, that's why I continue to say, folks, right? You've heard me say it multiple times. Some people do this, but we do this. Despite the technology, despite the weather, despite them seeding the clouds, despite them going to space every 5 minutes to see how high they can get and show poor people you can't go. Here, every outer limits, every creature from a black lagoon, every weirdo from a shadow, we are here, right? Sometimes, as she mentioned, oh my goodness, and I haven't heard this name in quite a while, but thank you for bringing it up. She said, I was moving faster than Flash Gordon. I know some of you may not remember that cat, but he was a bad dude. Flash, Defender of the Universe. Yeah. I'm in the Twilight Zone, right? She said, I'm an Earthling invading his space. Alfred Hitchcock, direct me back to Earth. And the second piece, love and lust just kind of go together, like bread and anything. It just soaks it up. Not wanting to wait, right? Take me here and now. When will you get the chance? It's all about patience. All about patience. I don't want to hear about no blood clot patience. I want all. Okay, thank you so much for what you do and just continuing to hang out with us, really, despite whatever technical difficulties you may have. Thank you for rocking with us. We appreciate you. All right, coming up next, you have heard the Jedi Master this evening, and now he is about to delight you with his incredible works and wordplay. The only cat that I know published in the original Nuyorican Poets Cafe anthology, the one and only Paul Skiff in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, Jedi Master. Please take it away.
Oh, it's certainly been a delight to be here with everybody. I'm just gonna, I know it's late, so I'm just gonna race through some excerpts from a thing in progress. And these are just excerpts. They won't make any sense because they're out of context of the whole thing. Like that would save you anyway. So I invite you to ride along with me to places you will never know because you're not really meant to be there. So this has a title, How to Become Yourself, although you won't really get that from this. And I'm just going to zoom through this as fast as I can. As you continue following birth's path to yourself with no answer for how, it is only a tomorrow's unknown where you will end that uncovers the way to be finally human. Each guest thought into universal maybe another day of attempt between sun and moon is the uncertain cosmic blessing of your possibility to be each terrestrial awaking one more hint leading to the who. boom of the city goodbye. What cannot be seen is how you achieve meaning, thingless sower of emotion that bridges understanding, bites its invisible tongue. Here the breath seized with startled choke. I have only come by vision through you. Within body a creation device, bent air flown by chords and throat, collaboration of two natures, wilderness yearning to be liberated from subservient music of creation's original organism. What motive transforms thought to sound? Seven different musics hold part of knowing. Is it not possible for us to pretend there is more than just yes? Light dances us. That is what you feel when you do not know. Life shine, the here now clothes us, brain sung, needing to appear. Throw away the detrimental preconditions of your requirements. Give up self-interest. Do not fear being safe naked. It is kind of fun in this moment for me to be discovering you, meaning in my thoughts, a could be for. I like your nightmare for secrets it tells about you. I like being warned by your possible knowing, the hat to top your curiosity. What clothes are your on switch? What lowers the zipper on your engine? The sound of difference put between two people can be heard wherever. What makes us the same is lied to. Wait until they confiscate your if, where, and when. So possibility has no place to happen. No, do not do that is a thought which never occurs. Microplastics in your mouth converse in a warning room, or it could be true, delivered by the fact that beat awareness. The new century's human, where paradise within deprivations understood the god of mischief lived as their intelligence until disbelief was invented by time. Then skeptical thought flashed, too instantaneous for speech, and the hour trick performed immobility, transparent to sight. Where does belief go when nobody has one? Is there a waiting room for cosmic consciousness? Within antagonism, I most quiet my mind and get into a flow state. There is no such thing as a damaged imagination. To know this only requires a heart made of aerodynamic aluminum. Imagination is the formless continuity of the human, a sharing across all time, property of being that cannot be robbed. God is who we say so. The spiritual objectivity, to be able to get that close to yourself, is a life accomplishment. I feel nearer to the sun when it goes down, enwrapped in memory like night. Existence is made of these first times that just keep happening. Paradise is difficult to tickle, heroically sleazy, and all the wish you hads are only insights into another culture's values. Flabib, flabab, say you did not when you have. Do not know if I will, do not know if I would, do not know if I remember even I could. Brand alibi. Cut the heart out and feed it to dogs. What is the latest dream in the catcher? Forgiveness as a technique of self-care is my happiness, and my happiness will end war. There is no more to it than that. Understands complications need for an excuse to give up. The unfortunate way you express yourself sits on the power line, speaking the gnarled language of grackles. We will come to a day where our suffering is not necessary, when distance to painless tomorrow stops being measured by how it needs to be paid for. Sirens are blood in my veins. If the government kills a lot of innocent people, criminals will get scared and stop. For the lives that only have suffering left, still created in the 21st century, nothing is learned by the spectators. Mirror, mirror on the lens, who will be my pretend para friend? Organization, designation, authorization, the procedure to get an actual name has a giraffe's neck with the dirty joke of respect caught in it like verisimilitude, lying about believability to the mirror hung on needs, lack of identity. But don't tell anyone, or you will be thought of as impudent, because everyone knows bureaucracy does not require to have its insanity pointed out. It is the air we breathe. All the people whose tragedies be known disempower happiness, so being content is a talent show contestant out of its league. Indecently, you suggest not caring, as though nonchalance vindicates your complicity in belonging to the law of the jungle's peanut gallery, being stalked by feral dogs from irrelevance, as though pushing a fork into dead animal that has been cooked. Worldwide corporate conglomerate wants to climb up your nose through process breakdown, where going fast runs up against safety and a regulatory failure characteristic of the limit on progress detailed in the print on your ticket to humanity that is too small to read. Once upon an incompetent American presidency, massive column of smoke flowed sideways over the cityscape, accompanied by the unified choir of 8 million moaners sounding a sour violin note like siren sailing up the avenue where your dull everyday morning has its pants yanked down. With your eyes open, do not see. To not see is impossible, but to really see takes the same courage and will required to touch the body of a child with electricity, so maybe life will restart. What you sense but are unable to wake up to are hands that pull a blanket over the dead, the children born into a war who are the inheritance of your up to now distance insulated innocence. Yes, says the voice born with you to accompany each of your awakenings. Humans in the 21st century do behave the same way they did in year one. Don't look at me. Both hands on the wheel, please. I decree a better place right now. Feel it. Self-limiting belief, psychic debris, pleasure threatens control. If you do what I say, this world would become your paradise. I guarantee it. Show us how much you love living. I know you have a bug inside you. When you are gone, I will talk you back live and live your memory. And yes, to some people that will make me a small child in a mud puddle, but the location of death of my heart sovereignty is not here, so I cannot hear you be anything different. I was taught to dream in terms of ultimate orgasm, place where a person is isolated in rising pleasure, the same pleasure all humans know, like their own warmth. You think you have me all figured out as you wait for this to end. You think you have me all figured out, but you forget I made you up for this. You just know what I imagine into you. You, a living poem. When you die, it will be like this, from something you do not understand.
But you will consume it anyway. Trust and believe. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul Skip.
How could you do all that?
Woo!
Amazing.
Woo!
Amazing. Just motherfucking mind fucking over. You just gotta eat this, and there's no way you're gonna understand it, but you will, and you do. And then you blow it up at the end. Like that's just oh man, after all that, and then you just blew it up at that's humility. That's some kind of authoring humility on steroids. I don't know what that is, but that is brilliant.
Yeah, the metachlorian count is amazing in that one. Hence the reason, we call him the Jedi Master, because he does stuff like that. I appreciate you, Jedi Master. He said it was like, oh, I'm gonna read this in sections. It won't make sense, but it kind of did, sir. Only a tomorrow's unknown, only a tomorrow's unknown where you will end. 7 Deadly Musics. I like your nightmare. For secrets it tells about you. Until disbelief was invented by time. Is there a waiting room for cosmic consciousness? God is who we say so. I feel nearer to the sun when it goes down. Paradise is difficult to tickle. Speaking the gnarled language of grackles. Sirens are blood in my veins. Nothing is learned by the spectators. I am your ticket to humanity that is too small to read. Come on, man. Don't look at me. Both hands on the wheel, please. If you do what I say, this world would become your paradise. I promise you. You're ridiculous, sir, in the best of ways. Appreciate you, Jedi Master, for rocking with us. Really, that cat has been one of the original before any of us were rocking. That cat was rocking. Thank you. Truly, truly appreciate you. 2 folks left. Let's keep it rocking. Coming up next, I am so glad to see her. She has been giving her energy all evening. She is standing up. Oh, let me tell you about artists that are on their feet. It's something about it, right? Because then you get to feel all of the energy uninterrupted. And I'm looking forward to it. The one and only Debbie Segal is in the building, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you, Debbie. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Thank you, folks who are still here, especially those of you whose faces are on camera. It's so groovy to see faces. Twilight musings. Hearing drums, knowing beat is a call to deity. Spells, mantras, incantations. Composing words on bus station glass. Maybe this line will stick. Stick and poke, lines under skin, calling all blood. Visualizing demons. Is it you? Is it me? All you see is right here on the bus. Emptying of angels and devils. Engineering images of mortals. Worrying about the sides, forgetting the top was falling. On a day now known as Flat Earth Day. Jokes were cracked, but you wouldn't understand. You had to be there. You had to bury the way to the front of the bus beneath a bad joke. No joke. Pouring another shot. Hit the floor. Sit up straight. Was Year of the Rat in 2008? On the second day of the work week, cooking a nasty stew, or a runaway funhouse mirror, or a din in the ash can. Second day of the work week was a day no more arrests were made. Merchants burning down the malls, teachers running down the halls, spray paint artists tagging the walls. Comrade, can I get a light off your smoke? Inside this chest is a heart-shaped sculpture, an anchored man crying. Scrying the face in my black mirror, searching for an amnesia that includes this house. Forgetting when handcuffs pierced an all-knowing, sightless eye. Lines stuck under skin, engineering images of mortal beings. You didn't have to be there. I'm here now. Tell me about it. Maybe this line will stick. Comrade, can I get a light off your smoke? Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here.
Oh, we're here because we all needed to hear that. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Debbie Segal.
Debbie.
Super.
Debbie, you have an incredible talent, and I hardly ever criticize anything, but there was something about I don't know, about a quarter way into the poem, something happened there, and it rode really unbelievably, like it just stood out, and there's a really powerful poem inside that poem. Sometimes I do that to my own shit. It's like I write it and then I like just remove a piece of it and there it is. And that I think that's one of those. Because
Okay, it is a work in progress. You really are smart. Yeah, it's been it's something it's a nasty stew I've been cooking for a while.
Call me a motherfucker, but don't call me smart.
I kind of got the take CC did. You were sort of the rhythm was kind of the skipping, and you were skipping back and forth between these kind of surreal lines of images, and then these really sort of real observations. And I find that makes a really cool poem. You know, you don't know where you stand in this poem.
It's your inner beat. You have a beat thing that is rare with people who call themselves and use that label, but there's something about that style of writing that when you find that groove, you're in it.
Yeah,
you don't have to. You're not trying to write. You're writing.
Thanks.
Definitely a big difference. As I've been saying all night, folks. Right, it's the greatest community in the world. Right? There's no ego here. There's no competition here. We are actually here helping each other grow. We are actually here helping poetry to move forward. Right? That's it. People, poetry can handle it. Our creativity will hold on to it. And this community is here for it. Trust and believe. All right? In your poem, you mentioned spells and mantras and incantations. Yeah, that's kind of what your poems are. Right? Maybe this line will stick. No, ma'am, they all do. Just so you know. Calling all blood, yeah. The emptying of angels and devils. Right? Flat Earth Day. Just had to be there. Right? Inside this chest is a heart-shaped sculpture. Come on. Come on. Engineering images of mortal beings. Yeah, that's what we do. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie, for taking your time, for hanging out with us all evening, and for sharing your incredible artwork. Truly, truly appreciate you. All right, y'all. We have reached the last poet on the good luck round. Unless SM would like to get down, let me know. No, good to go? Cool. So we're going to end the night with the one and only. Let me tell you about this cat. This cat is like a King Abzadarian poet. If you don't know what I mean, make sure you plug into his Abzadarian mastery. Listen, I have not forgotten. All right. Because when these cats are going to collide, it's going to be bananas, right? I got to make sure that we breathe through this thing so we're not talking to the aliens that live in the next galaxy. You know what I mean? But let me tell y'all, closing us out this evening is a spectacular poet, a true writer's writer. You know, some people say poet's poet. This cat is a writer's writer. And happens to be dope with this poetry, but this cat's pen, ooh, I would be worried if a samurai tested this dude to see which was sharper, his pen or their sword. The one and only Kazi Kaz in the building. Let these folks know how they can find you, man. It's always great to see you. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Elemen2al, for that intro. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, everybody. Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing? All right. Man, real quick, I've been in the boxing ring with life lately, and it's had me against the ropes, man. but I'm rope-a-doping it. So I just gotta take a few more shots, you know what I mean, and I'll get back, you know what I mean, to winning it. But have you noticed I haven't been zooming as much lately, and I haven't been making as many videos on my channel either, so it's taking its toll, but it's all good. I'm getting there. But without further ado, for tonight, I have one piece titled, it's not exactly on theme, forgive me for having written anything on theme for tonight. But I do hope that it will take y'all to the Twilight Zone. This is titled, When I Was Just a Boy. Excuse me. When I was just a boy, I had no idea of that which I never knew I didn't know, which is everything I know now. Had I known, I would have been unknowingly ahead of myself, leaving me far behind everything that I was to be. That being me. The memory of my past is presently here to write my history's future, which I forgot to not remember so that I wouldn't forget. If I recall, yesterday was tomorrow's today, therefore I never called in the first place. Yet you question my calling with the questionable answer you call for. I find that if I lose myself to be found, I will not be lost. So intrepidly, I trek the trepidation of my Odyssey's quest while fearing my fear of nothing. I can hear the blaring of the deafening silence while blindly looking to see what I can envision myself hearing. I look at that which I've been heard to have seen. A crystal clear, hazy fog, condoning the enablings of thwarting inhibitions, freely incarcerating my imprisoned liberties, permanently making my freedom temporary, like a finite infinity ending in a never-ending beginning. So I shall stop to start the completion of my commencement before the aftermath rises up to come down into the full emptiness of my vastly expanded limitations. See, I've been gone just to come home. So excuse me as I leave for my return. Thank you.
This dude, man, I'm just gonna have to start calling you like what's that cat's name? With the come on, man. Reservoir Dogs. What is that? Tarantino. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Kazi Kaz Tarantino.
Ozzy.
We like to call you the lexicons.
Yeah. You can illustrate that which cannot be illustrated. You know, I mean, that was an incredible piece about, in a way, being aware that you are unaware of self-enslavement. You played both sides over and over again. And you didn't, and you're a goddamn craftsman, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I've come to see you as a kind of wizard of paradox, Kaz. It's just like every line takes a paradox and re-paradoxizes it like 3 times. And it just creates such a marvelous head tunnel and an emotion tunnel. I've really seldom heard poets get to deal with paradox like that. It's just seems to be the real core of what you're up to, and you never cease to amaze me.
I think you never cease to amaze yourself too, because you do the same thing CP does. You don't really know where it comes from, but you know you're there.
Right. Yes.
You're on your high wire. You're on your own high wire. CP does the same thing. You can't apologize for it, and you can't not be it. It's scary, and so you bring it here.
I can't help.
It's almost like at the end, it's just this puff of smoke, in the air. It's just really a beautiful effect.
Oh, thank you so much, y'all. Thank y'all so much. For real.
And hey, about what you said about, taking it on the chin for the past few days. This is your corner. Come here to rest. We'll
we got the towels.
Yeah.
Right? We got the cow, we got the cut man, right? We got the cat with the little inswell and shit. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we got this. You know what I'm saying? We there, man.
Don't make us break out the smelling sauce. We will.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
In the bucket.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you got this. You know what I mean? It's a 1-2, buckle my shoe, yabba do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Listen. Bob and weave combination. You know what it is. I've seen you. I know what you do. You know what I mean? So, but he's right. Right? I could not have said it better myself. I appreciate you for saying that, Skip. This is your corner. Literally and figuratively, this is your corner. Right? This is where you come to recover. This is where you come to, right? The stool's out and you can breathe, right? The cut man is pulling your shorts out. Breathe deep, right? Deep breaths right here. Right? Because this is when the enemy is not coming at you. This is when you get a chance to recuperate. What did I do right in that round? What did I do wrong? How can I be better in the next round? Because I already know I'm on it, right? Right? Yeah, I might got a little bit, but he's swollen too. I'm on it, right? What did I do right? How can I improve, right? And every time we hear you, right? Like he said, right? You're a wizard of paradox, man, right? And you start off with that shit. Like, I had no idea I didn't know what I didn't know, which is what I know now. Like, come on, dude. Like, that's why I said Tarantino, right? You start in the middle to show us glimpses of the end to take us back to the beginning. Right? And you even said that like a couple of times, right? Which I forgot to not remember so I wouldn't forget. If I lose myself to be found, I'll never be lost. Hearing the blaring of the deafening silence, the crystal clear hazy fog, my imprisoned liberties. Stop the start at the completion of my commencement. This dude, again, it's right. It's Reservoir Dogs. You know what I mean? It's Tarantino at his finest, man. It's appreciate you, Kazi Kaz, for what you're doing for closing out the night for us. Listen, everybody, post up. We'll do a cipher shortly. Listen, to all the poets, to all the artists, to all the musicians, to all the folks who couldn't make it this evening. Shout out Marlon Thompson in the building. To all the educators. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week, right? Educating the next generation is never easy, but it's rewarding beyond belief. So do yourself a favor and help to educate the next generation. Make sure you are doing good for yourself. Love on each other. Make sure you are plugging in with all the things that Nuyorican has going on. Make sure you're plugging into nuyorican.org. Get yourself some merch and represent in your part of the world. I thank you all for being here. I told y'all week after week, I look forward to this. I wait all week for this night. All right. I look forward to rocking with y'all. As I said, hang out. We're going to rock with a cipher for a few minutes until we meet again. May this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week, peace.